I ain't rolling around town swerving in the suburban. I ain't good brain, so under the wheel, running like my producer. So I'm spinning on knees, rolling up blunts, I'm in the shake.
Are you ready for this?
It's time for us to tap in, third eye open like the river. I be running thoughts, glowing, popping up with idea. Yes, yes, you can tell a friend that I'm Smitty. I'm the Mr. 007. I'm not here to preach the gospel, but I goes in like the reverend. Shoes off when I walk in and keep it chillin', peaceful. I'm the neurotoxins, fighting off the disease. Cool and collected, well respected. Save the drama for your mama, speak your mind. Hit the lip, kick you chew. Every person in the building, come up and tell me what you think. I retired from the streets, now pushing content and chill beats. Gotta keep your head up even when you feel defeat.
Welcome to the lighthouse. Storm all around. I'm standing right now, sent from the cloud. They talking mine now, but I'm just fighting for my blood and my life. Yeah.
Sent from the heaven, king on seven, trials on trials, still count blessings. Wait on the revelating, heart in heaven. I stay patient, I'm beyond the angels. I am mad, I bleed, I'm tangled. Soul on my back, axe on the strap. Go with the weight of the world in my lap. Touching my can, we doubling back. Pray with my palm, but I'm ready for that. Long side Coney King. Greatness, stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Long Star 20K, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation. Still waiting on revelation, till then I'm in rotation. Heard of my chases, but I'm chasing. Turn my scars into statements. I don't need your stage or camera. I need these papers, hand and hammer. Still in my spine, still in my hands. Guarding my bloodline, holding this land. They can test, they can try, they can hate me. I've been forging a fire that will make me PG Ray. Lone Star in my vein. DMV on the map, say the name. Lone Star Cooney Kings, that's greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Don't talk Cooney K, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation. Behold the pale white horse and in the dark night rider. Elevation, meditation, angels floating right beside you. The Messiah passed away at 33 like the degrees in Freemason alchemist. Cooking chemistry, I rose from the ocean sparkling. Water magic potion. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? Demons lurking but it's no fear protection. Vision clear, the birth of the baby with powers in his tears. And if you vultures really want me, then I'm still right here. As I land in spacecraft, water walking warlock, jet propelled aircraft, Operation Star Fox. I remember sitting with my thoughts with the CD while we hotbox, smoking on some crunchy 37, call it pop rocks. We still here and won't stop until I'm at the top or until my body rocks. I'm ghost. I'm retired but still coolin' with my family and myself. Put cheese streets up on the shelf, still moving stealth. I'm way where I stay, double OG
skin glow with a glisten. That's how you know you see me. I'm the wave of the future, passed it on to my past. Cooling with my nephew, not a mic I shall pass. Just caught the mic, feel like it came off the glass. I got scriptures in my head, trying to sleep, can't go to bed. Route running, got my tide, but I do it for the bread. Yes, 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 we them kings, we no county. If you talk a bunch of shit, we put your head on a stake and your life on it, bounty PGDC. We staking big green, yes I am the big dog, no fleas, chill, ceiling like villains, smoking green, crunchy gremlins. This is OG and nephew, I'm the ghost with most. Let's go, go.
All right. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to y'all. Much respect to everybody. Respect. Welcome back to another episode of Smitty's Corner, aka Lighthouse _301. I appreciate y'all stopping through. Nancy, if you will. Let me get my headphones. Yeah, I know the routine. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy kicked off. So for today, right? For this beautiful, what is this? Thursday. For this oh so lovely Thursday spring morning, with the time being 7:33 a.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's go ahead and talk about some things. Now let me do this right here. We do that. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Yeah, that's a lot better. I like that. I like that right there. Don't you like that right there? I like it too. All right. So before we get everything started, of course, as always, how are you? So far, how's the day treating you? And how's your headspace? Just in case nobody else asked you, right? So for today, what I want to talk about is, are you too nice? Well, let me just be real honest with you. I'm actually talking to myself. I'm talking to myself on this, right? So I got some clips, of course, as always, right? So let me just go to my little search history right here. So I got some videos I want to pull up. So what we're going to be talking about is a few different things. I got a couple things I'm going to be talking about. But what we're going to do is just for a quick little warm up. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it a stretch, a morning stretch. So let's go ahead and get that morning stretch in. All right. So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to go right on back over to chat real quick. And I'm going to ask a few questions. Hold on. Okay. Let's fix this right here. All right. Y'all ready? Let's go ahead and get it kicked off. It's just some random questions just to have fun with it. Again, this is called the morning stretch. Let's go ahead and get it. All right. So first one would be this. Nancy, I have a question for you. Yeah. Nancy, why do people stop cutting me off, Nancy? Thank you. Nancy, why do people shy away from brutal honesty? Why is that, Nancy?
That's a really good question. I think a lot of it comes down to fear of hurting someone's feelings, fear of conflict, or sometimes fear of how they'll be perceived. So it's kind of a balancing act between honesty and protecting a relationship.
Very interesting. I thank you for that, Nancy. So basically what you're telling me is that people are scared to hurt people's feelings, and so now people are fake being nice because they don't want to hurt someone's feelings. Is that what you're telling me, Nancy?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a big part of it. People often choose to soften the truth or avoid saying something direct just to keep the peace. But, you know, sometimes it backfires because unspoken issues just build up. So it's a tricky balance.
And it's so funny you say that. So, Nancy, I would like to ask you this next question, okay? I'm going to ask you this next question.
Absolutely. I'm ready. Go ahead with your next question. I'm all ears.
Okay. Nancy, what is it that actually makes people fearful of having the truth being said to them?
Yeah, that's a great follow-up. I think a big part of it is that the truth can feel really destabilizing. People might be afraid of what it means for their identity, or maybe it challenges a belief they've held on to. So even if it's good for them, it can still feel really vulnerable.
Okay. And Nancy, let me ask you this question right here. So now I'm gonna flip it over, just a little sidebar, just to see how you respond. I want to see how authentic this is.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. I'm ready for the shift, and I'll just stay as open and authentic as I can. So ask away.
Okay. All right, cool beans. Nancy, do aliens actually exist?
That's such a fascinating question. I mean, we don't have definitive proof yet, but given the vastness of the universe, a lot of scientists think it's pretty likely that some form of life is out there. So we're still waiting on more evidence.
Okay, thank you for that, Nancy. And I have another just random ass question for you, Nancy. Nancy, I would like to know, how can you prove the world is round? Just curious.
Yeah, that's a classic one. So there are a few ways, like, ships disappearing hull first over the horizon, or the way the Earth's shadow falls on the moon during an eclipse. And of course, modern satellites and space travel give us direct real-time proof.
Interesting. I appreciate you for that one as well, Nancy. All right now. And I actually want to know this one as well, because I'm always being told that my black ass is violent. Nancy, I would like to ask you, are humans born innately violent, or is that taught?
Yeah, exactly. So it's really not that simple. Human beings have the capacity for both violence and empathy. A lot of it depends on environment, upbringing, and social context. So no one is inherently violent by birth. It's way more complex than that.
Okay, wait a minute. So basically, let me just see if I can hone this in, Nancy. Are you telling me that we aren't born violent? Violence has to be taught?
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. We aren't born with violence as a default. It's more like a set of responses that we learn, often based on how we're raised or what we experience. So it's definitely shaped by culture and circumstance more than something we're born with.
Okay. And this last question, let me
Absolutely. Take your time. What's your last question? No worries at all. Take a second, and if you need to gather your thoughts or just feel it out, that's
I was just waiting for you to stop cutting me off. Thank you, Nancy. So Nancy, last but not least, what is your prediction for the future of America?
That's a big one. And honestly, it's hard to predict with certainty. I mean, I think we'll see a lot of shifts technologically, socially, maybe even politically. I hope we move toward more equity and more collaboration, but it's really up to how we handle things now.
Okay. Thank you for that, Nancy. And ladies and gentlemen, that was our morning stretch. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and put this up right here. Hold on one second. Now, let's go ahead and kick it off with this one right here. We're going to be talking about being too nice, but along with being too nice comes certain attributes that people display. One of those attributes that people display, you know what I'm saying? When like they don't want to be too nice, or if they're faking like they're being too nice, it's something called jealousy. Let's go ahead and look at this right here, right? So,
Jealousy is silent, but the signs are loud. Here are 7 signs someone is extremely jealous of you, backed by stoic wisdom. 1. They downplay your success. Instead of congratulating you, they say, "It's not a big deal." That's pure envy. 2. Fake praise, real hate. They smile in front of you but criticize you behind your back.
I'm muted. See, look at that. Lord knows if somebody was going to tell me about to have another silent show. Nah, but real talk though, like, have you ever gone through that? When it comes to somebody giving you fake praise. But even more importantly, how do you know how to recognize when somebody's being authentic in their genuineness towards you? And how do you know how to peep when somebody is genuinely being fake as shit, right? How do you know how to tell the difference in the signs? That's just a question for you to answer to yourself. at some point, right? So let's just keep on going. All right. Respect to the family.
3. They copy you. They imitate your style, habits, or success because deep down they want to be you.
Or just like you and still be themselves. That is also a truth that can be at the same time.
4. They celebrate your failures. The moment you struggle, they're the first to enjoy it.
You ever notice that? You ever had somebody just bust out of nowhere and you had no idea they were waiting for you to fall? They were waiting for that moment for you to, I don't know, trip up, get clowned, they were waiting for that moment. It seemed like someone or people are against you and they want to pile on with the bullshit, right? Y'all ever peep that? I have. Let's keep on rocking out.
5. Passive-aggressive comments. Snarky remarks disguised as jokes. That's jealousy leaking out.
And that's exactly why I don't just joke with anybody, because I don't know how they're going to take it. I know my intentions, but you don't never know how somebody can take it. So if you don't know a person good enough, I think I would be real careful about just cracking jokes with people, unless that's just all the way you and you don't care. But, to each his own.
6. They try to one-up you. No matter what you achieve, they always have to prove they're better. 7. They avoid acknowledging you. Ignoring your wins makes them feel less small. Ignore them. Stay focused. Win anyway.
Have you ever recognized that? I've damn sure recognized that. I have definitely peeped times, right, where you know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Boom, because I'm getting to this next video. All right. So I have definitely peeped how
times your mind turns a tiny situation into a huge problem.
My bad. Hold on. I have recognized how my brain functions in a way in which I just seem to know how to pick that shit up. I be noticing how damn, there's a lot of people who just don't want to give me no credit. You ever notice that? You ever notice there's people that just don't want to give you credit for what they know clear as day? They know the first time they heard that or seen it, whatever. And I don't mean every single waking moment. I'm talking about they refuse to even acknowledge the fact that this is where it came from, even if it's just a quick shout out to such and such. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all, excuse me. I think these daggone pop, man. This pollen, these allergies starting to get to me. It's that time. Boy, I need to get some Allegra. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Let's rock out. Now, this next one that we're watching right here, right, is the psychology, okay? So this is the psychology of people who overthink. Are you an overthinker? Do you do too damn much in your brain? Is that a problem for you? Let's go ahead and let's watch this right here and let's see what we got when it comes to overthinking and how much of this actually applies to you. Excuse me. This morning is just basically going to be more so of just kind of like a reflection for all of us to just look at and get our day going, right? I'm going to pop in, of course, y'all know, and give my commentary. Fair use, fair use, fair use. But we're going to really kind of just let this be alive where you can just see something that maybe it does apply to you and maybe something for you to think about as you go through your day, and y'all can get to the messy shit and the bullshit all throughout the rest of the 20 other 3 hours of the day. But at least for this 45 minutes to an hour, let's go ahead and let's open our minds up as we get started. Let's rock out. This is about overthinking. How much of this applies to you?
Have you ever replayed the same conversation in your head again and again? Maybe someone said something small and hours later you're still thinking, did they mean something else? Did I say something wrong? You analyze every message, every reaction, every silence.
I've always been told that's only, that's primarily women. I can't even lie. When I tell you I be double, triple, quadruple thinking some stuff because I'm just one of those, I be trying to ooh, okay, I guess you can say that they are the same because I was going to try to separate it, but I think they're the same. To study long and to study wrong is the same as overthinking. So I was going to say I'm not an overthinker. I think I just study long and study wrong, but that's overthinking. Let's go ahead.
And sometimes your mind turns a tiny situation into a huge problem. If this feels familiar, there's a strong chance you're an overthinker. And here's the interesting part. Overthinking is not just a bad habit. Psychologists say it's actually connected to how the brain processes uncertainty, emotions, and control. According to research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, people who overthink tend to have higher mental sensitivity to social cues. This means their brain constantly scans situations for hidden meanings and possible outcomes. In simple words, your mind is always trying to predict what could go wrong. Psychologists call this pattern rumination. Rumination is when the brain repeatedly goes over the same thought, situation, or mistake instead of letting it go. A study from
Oh, shoot. I was on mute the whole time. My bad, y'all. I was on mute. See, y'all gotta tell me if you don't hear me talk when the videos pause for a certain amount of time, tell me I'm on mute. That's the least I ask for. All right. I know we shy to, typing Smitty's chat, but goodness gracious, come on now. Let's let it be alive now. Shout out to Roz girl. I see you in the building. That's what I was doing when I was on. I didn't know I was on mute real quick. I'm glad I looked at that. Shout out to you, baby girl. What's going on with you? Shout out. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to a channel. If you want to drop your channel in the chat so people, whoever may pop up, want to go over there and subscribe to you, you're more than welcomed over here. All right. We got, and we need each other. Let's go ahead, keep on rocking out. But look, this is what I want to know, right? This particular segment, and y'all forgive me, I'm going to be coughing, man. I got my back door open and pollen. I got nothing but woods in the back, and I can feel it, man. There's some daggone allergies starting to get me. So y'all forgive me if I sound a little sniffly, if I'm coughing and stuff like that. My throat is itchy because of this daggone pollen. Anyway, daggone DMV, bipolar ass weapon. Overthinking. Ladies, I know you can identify with this. Overthinking, overstudying something. Making more of something than what it is, turning that molehill into a mountain, right? Let's go ahead and listen to a little bit more about how the psychology of this actually works. So again, this is a reflection video for us to listen to, conversate about, and get our day going. Much respect to the family. The time right now is 7:50 a.m. East Coast Standard Time on this beautiful Thursday spring morning. Let's go.
Yale University found that people who ruminate tend to analyze problems deeply, but they also struggle to stop the thinking loop. Their brain becomes stuck in a cycle of thinking, analyzing, doubting, thinking again. And that's why overthinkers often feel mentally exhausted, even when nothing physically happened. But here's something most people don't realize. Overthinkers are often more self-aware than average people. Research from Harvard Business School suggests that individuals who reflect deeply on their actions often have stronger emotional intelligence and self-evaluation skills. That means many overthinkers aren't weak thinkers.
See, this is why I need to hear things like this, and maybe you do too. Are you that person that's been told that when you do that, you're considered to be toxic or you're doing too much? I know I have. I damn sure have gotten that type of feedback before. For some reason, you know what I'm saying? Folks don't really want you to speak your mind. Like if you really tell it how it TI is, right? As we would say. For some reason, you not celebrating the person 24/7 means that you don't care about them, you don't love them, or you're hating on them, or you're jealous. You're doing too much. You're being extra. Let's go.
They're actually very active thinkers. Their brain simply refuses to ignore possibilities. But this constant mental analysis has a cost. According to the American Psychological Association, chronic overthinking increases stress levels and keeps the brain in a state of alertness.
You want to know why? Because now let me break it down to a basic level for us, okay? All right. You overthinking is disturbing your peace. You continuously thinking that I gotta always, like, you trying to think, how can I continuously keep people happy, is depreciating your happiness. It's depreciating your peace. How can I keep them in a state of smiling? Now you're smiling less. It's a whole psychological study about how when people fake like they're happy and how much it drains you. You know how much it drains you to lie to somebody and tell them everything is okay when it's not? Why do we do it? I know two main reasons. The first reason is because you don't want to dump your problems out on other people. The second reason is because, you know, everybody has their own problems. It's one of those things where if you're conscious enough, you'll say to yourself, well, I mean, shit, maybe I need to just get in line. You smell me now? Let's keep on rocking out. Let's see what we got right here.
The mind behaves as if it's trying to solve a threat, even when the situation is harmless. And that's why overthinkers often struggle with sleep. At night, when everything becomes quiet, the brain finally has space to replay every memory,
Every goddamn moment, every freaking word, everything that has been said for the day, somehow or another, your brain, when it's time to go to sleep, is going to go. And even though it is time to go to sleep, your brain is on the motion of
Get it. This that go and get it. With no hesitation. This that never quit. Start that elevation. This that process. This that in the making. This that started from the bottom. This that motivation.
every damn movement of the day. Somehow or another, it's a lot of shit you didn't think you was paying attention to. Psych, fooled yourself. That's right. That's right. Fooled yourself. Let me go ahead and break this down.
Ever. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
No, what it is that what you did was you retained the information. Did you know that overthinking also is a reason why a lot of us don't dream? Did you know that your overthinking actually keeps you from having a dream? So if you've had periods in your life where you're like, I ain't had a dream in a minute, it's probably because the cognitive is overrunning. You're overstimulated. Excuse me. Your brain is literally on high gear. So it's a old saying. It's an old saying that goes, a heavy conscience makes a light sleep. Take that with you. Pass it along. It's an old saying. A heavy conscience will make a light sleep. The tossing and turning is out of this world. Sporadically, just you ever just like wake up and just start arguing about some shit to yourself like a nutcase? That didn't happen. Ain't nobody there but you. You going to F off. Why? Your brain ain't settled. Your spirit ain't settled. Oh snap. Now see, now we getting somewhere. You smell me now? Now we starting to get somewhere. Your brain ain't settled. Let's really, really think about this right now. I'm gonna push play on this video. I just want you to just sit with that real quick. Now let's keep on rocking out to the video. And then the next topic, just to go ahead and give you all a heads up, we're going to get to the next subject, which is, are we too nice? And if you are, why? Why are we too nice? And is it beneficial to be too nice? What are the pros and cons of being too nice? Let's go.
Conversation and decision. Suddenly, your mind starts asking questions like, why did I say that? What if they misunderstood me? What if I made the wrong choice? And before you realize it, an hour has passed and you're still thinking about the same thing.
You want to know why? Because this society has morphed you into not being an individual. It has morphed you into being a people pleaser. That is right. Message. Let's keep rocking out.
But here's the most surprising psychological fact. Studies from the University of Michigan show that overthinking is strongly linked to the brain's desire for control. When the brain cannot control an outcome, it tries to control the situation by analyzing every possibility. It's the mind's way of trying to protect you from future mistakes. So, in a strange way, overthinking is actually the brain trying to keep you safe. But when thinking becomes endless, it stops being protection and becomes mental noise. The real
That's right. Your thoughts become a nuisance. That's right. Your own thoughts start to annoy you. You ever had times in your life where you want to get away from people because they're disturbing your peace? You want to know the worst person on planet Earth to disturb your peace is you. You want to know why? Because you take you with you everywhere you go. You can't separate you from you. I can step off from you. I can't step off from me. Every time I blink and make a movement, if this stomach starts to growl, I'm in this vessel. You smell me now? Respect. What we got right here? Yes, I call it a crash mode. Okay, I will fall. I will fall of exhaustion from my mind working. Yeah, thinking it's so real. You have no idea how many times I've had to try my best to get somebody to recognize that shit's in your head. You want to know what's so tough about trying to do that? The way in which you need to word it for that individual, each individual, you don't word it the same way. The fact is, you making some shit up. Your brain telling you some shit that's not reality. I need to try to figure out how to get you back grounded. You smell me now? Because you're overthinking. Well, no, I think you really meant, no, I didn't really mean anything outside of the words that I said. Why are you adding to this perfectly made recipe? I don't need not nail one extra sprinkle of season or cut a shrimp into this perfectly made gumbo of vocab that I just gave you. I don't need you to add anything to it. Why are you trying to make me say something I'm not saying? Because you're overthinking. You're overthinking. Period. You smell me now? I sound like Pops. Hey, you know what? Then I'm gonna tell you right now. Apparently, you come from a very wisdomatic bloodline. If that's what you telling me right now, you come from a very wisdomatic bloodline. Yeah, you sound like my dad. He says the same. He says mind over matter. Yep, exactly. Mind over matter. Like seriously. Because remember, there's also an old school saying that says what? I want you to finish this for me. The body does what the what tells it. Yeah, you finish that for yourself. You can type it or say it to yourself out loud. The body does what when the what tells it. The body does what the mind tells it. So let's go ahead and let's just keep on rocking out. See you in the building, sis. Shout out. Y'all make sure y'all also go over there and subscribe to Lady Quantum as well. You know what I'm saying? She definitely has some very, very wisdomatic you know what I'm saying, information for you as well. So definitely two dope sisters in the chat. I appreciate the both of you. Shout out, yo. Shout out. I appreciate it. Small interaction helps it go a long way. What you say? Yeah, the mind. Yeah. Definitely. Even down to my accident, right? And I'm gonna I'm gonna be a broken record on this one right here. Because I've said it a couple times now. The number one thing that the doctors told me when it comes to walking again, my healing. They said, Mr. Smitty, you are a shoo-in. I said, why? I said, why is that, doc? He said, two main factors. One, your weight. You're very athletically fit. You got a you have great posture. You sit upright. You'll be just fine. But the main thing is your mindset. You know how many patients I have that come to me that lost a limb 10 years ago, still ain't got up out of chair. It's your headspace. Healing is about your headspace. That's why you can physically think disease into the body. You can physically keep saying I'm sick and wake up with a real cough. It's real. That mind over matter, I promise you, it is something beyond magic, beyond superpowers. That's innate spiritual. But that's only for a specific group. Not everybody's going to catch that. Not everybody wants to catch it. So if that's for you, that's for you. All right? You smell me now? Let's keep on rocking out. Let me see what we got right here. This is in range with what I'm writing about. There we go. And you know what? I shit you not. You know how I go, Lady Q. You get that bad boy out there. Please find some way to send it to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and check out what it is. I would love to review it. And I would love to even do a show about it, like a here go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get it. Yeah, you already know, sis. I mean, I'm trying now. I'm trying. Don't call me passer, but I'm trying. Let's go ahead and get back to it. Much respect to the family. The time right now is 8:04 a.m. East Coast Standard Time on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday spring morning. Let's rock out.
Difference between healthy thinking and overthinking is simple. Healthy thinking finds answers. Overthinking keeps searching for answers that may never exist. And that's why many psychologists
I want to hear that again. I know you do too. Run that back. Hold on now. What do you say?
Thinking is simple. Healthy thinking finds answers. Overthinking keeps searching for answers that may never exist. And that's why many psychologists recommend something surprisingly simple. Instead of trying to stop your thoughts, learn to limit the time you give them.
Ooh, buddy. I can't front. I have said that so many times. You know how I keep my peace? I balance the time frame and how it is I disperse my energy. You all may see me online, but if you ever really pay attention, I have my moments all throughout the day. I'm nowhere to be found. It's purposeful. I do a balance. When I have certain things that bother me, I address it within myself, but I also make sure that I go ahead and put it back in the drawer. Then I come back to it. And basically what I do is, depending on how traumatic the circumstance and situation might have been, I might have to spoon feed myself. Sometimes I can just go ahead and throw that bad boy back like a shot and muscle it down. Chest get warm, feeling good, right? That is smack on point. There's no idea original. There's nothing new under the sun. Doesn't matter what you do, but how it's done. Shout out to Nas.
Because sometimes the mind isn't looking for the perfect answer. It's just looking for permission to finally let the thought go. And if you found yourself relating to everything in this video, there's a good chance you're not just an overthinker, you're someone whose mind simply refuses to ignore the details most people overlook.
Facts. You doing too much, Smitty? No, I'm not. I haven't found out enough. That's why I continue to search. I'm gonna say it again. I haven't found out enough. You smell me now? Like, they got it all the way backwards out here, man. Nah, I'm a seeker. I search. In the word, does it not say seek and ye shall find? I'm gonna say it again. People really think that just means, no, just seek for Jesus and that's it. Just find Jesus. No. What that means is the truth of your life, of what it is you look for. If you're looking for your purpose, if you're searching for your purpose, seek it, you'll find it. right? You seeking for whatever answers that you looking for. Look for the answers. Look for the truth, and the truth will reveal itself to you. But it will only reveal itself to you when you're ready to actually handle it. Bang. That's a whole nother. See that right there? Can you handle the truth? Now that's a whole nother. You smell me now. You smell me now. Now let's go ahead. Now we're gonna switch it up, right? You see how we just kind of keep it moving, keep it flowing, right? So, like, study shows that unfortunately there are some studies, not all, right? You know how science works, right? There are some studies that show that being too nice deletes you faster. You actually pass away faster being too damn nice. I want to go ahead and pull this up right here. Let's go ahead and go through. Let's go ahead and go through some of these together, right? Because a lot of them in which he was talking about, I can tell you right now, yes, I can relate to. I can relate to it, right? What we got right here? Yeah. Hold on. I don't know. Am I looking at the same? Yep. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right. So this is all about being too nice. How much of this applies to you? I digress. My mic is muted. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let's rock out.
Do you give too much? Do you give too much of yourself?
God damn it, Jim. I was hoping this damn video wouldn't do that. Okay. Hold on.
You have a hard time saying no. You offer more.
Nah, bump all that shit. We ain't even about to play them games. Hold on. 'Cause I got another video. Hold on, because I got another video. I got you. Don't worry. That's why I'm glad I always got backups and stuff. You smell me now? That's why I'm glad I got backups. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to listen to Grandma. She kind of went in. Now, I want you to tell me this. Is this really about not being too nice? Or is this the signs of somebody who is burnt out from life and they just said, I don't care anymore? Because there's a difference. And either one is bad. But let's no. Matter of fact, before we go to Grandma, I want to pull this short video up. I got it. I got y'all. Here we go right here. All right. So am I kind or just nice? And what's the difference? All right. Am I kind or am I just nice? What's the difference? So let's go ahead and let's just listen. Listen, okay, to this story. It's a little story. It's only about 7 minutes. Ain't that something? I love that number. Let's go ahead and listen to this real quick. Then we're going to get to Grandma. We're going to see what we got. Let's rock out. Boom. Okay, let's do it. Come on now.
I know you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the lady there was just the most genuinely kind, friendly blast of warm sunshine I think I ever got. I recently was on a pretty long road trip, and generally I'm a pretty good eater, but when I go on road trips, I give myself full permission to eat however much junk I possibly can. So anyway, I stopped at McDonald's to get one of those egg McMuffins that they like cram between two pancakes. I know you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the lady there was just the most genuinely kind, friendly blast of warm sunshine I think I ever got in my life. She kept calling me love, and she was like, you want the breakfast bundle, love? I'm like, yeah, sure. She's like, you want the 2-for-1, love? I'm like, yeah, sure. She's like, you want the 5-for-5 munch bag? I'm like, yeah, why not? Now, I'm one of those guys who judges food by weight. The heavier the bag, the better. By the time she was done with me, I had about an 80-pound bag of food that I spent about $6.49 on. Now, the point of this is not my wonderful road trip eating habits. The point is, this lady, she gave me something. I'm not talking about the food. I'm talking about her kindness. It's like she passed something on to me, something spiritual, and it changed me. It made my day, my week, and here I am now trying to pass it on to you. Poof.
Now, I want us to pay attention to this as we go, right? It's a short video. I'm going to let it keep playing. How much of this do you find yourself? This is a question for you to take home for yourself or to think about now, or you can type it in the chat. How much of yourself do you feel that you give, but you don't get back as much as you give? And do you at times find that to be draining? Do you feel simply drained because you're not being reciprocated? Let's go ahead, keep on listening.
Now, I know this isn't rocket science or really anything new, but the thing to think about is this. We each have this incredible power to pass on these spiritual gifts to one another. But unfortunately, they can go both ways. So I can pass on goodness and lightness and joy. Or I can pass on my heaviness and darkness and negativity.
You ever heard from somebody who went through something? You got two of the same stories. I wound up homeless, got divorced, my kids hate me, and they have some kind of positive outlook on life. You ever come across the person, I got divorced, I lost my job, my kids hate me, and they just say F everything and everybody? You see? So it's all about, do you see the glass half full or half empty? Let's keep going.
Or what I think is really sad is sometimes we can just go through life and pass on nothing at all. I remember when I was leaving that lady, I was thinking, yeah, but I wish I had that. I just don't have that cheerful disposition. Well, kindness is not about just putting on some cheeriness. That's niceness. And niceness can be faked, and it's usually about manners and etiquette, and I can be really nice to you and really care less about you. But kindness is authentic. It's real. It can't be faked because it comes from the heart. So
type a 7 in the chat if you agree. Type a 7 in the chat if you agree, or give me one of these emojis if you agree. Type a 7 to give me a V emoji if you agree.
my kindness doesn't have to look like anyone else's. We each have our own very unique brand of kindness. We just have to find it. Kindness is simply just about passing on a little bit of myself and my heart to the next person I see. And we can all do that.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said, whatever's in our heart.
You know why people don't, briefly? You know why people don't want to pass on the kindness, and you know why people are selfish with a lot of this? I was speaking to a friend of mine just yesterday, and I was telling this friend how we need to stop acting like there's only 35 people on planet Earth. Please cut that shit out. There are billions of people on planet Earth. Just because I'm getting thousands of, let's say thousands of people that love me, there's more than enough left over to love you. You don't have to hate who loves me because you think it's only 35 to 40 people left on planet Earth. Let's take this space, for example. We don't have to think that if I send people to your channel, then they won't come to mine. Yes, they will. If they rock with you, they're going to go to both. It's something called panel hopping. Okay? It's a real term. People, just like on television, will watch multiple shows, right? If one channel goes to a commercial, you might flip to something else real quick and then hop back over to here. That's how TV works. This is a new TV. I'm only using this as a small example. People have this headspace. It's a real genuine crab in the barrel. Instead of us forming and making a ladder so all of us can get out, and then that one that gets out grab another, then that other grab, then them two grab another, then them three grab, and so on and so forth. We don't have that mentality. People are very, very selfish with love because they really truly believe it's not enough of it to go around. People are selfish about money because they really genuinely believe it's not enough of it to go around. Y'all tripping. Anything that's of a natural resource, love is a natural resource. Money comes from paper. That's a natural resource. Food is a natural resource. Water is a natural resource. Air is a natural resource. I can keep going down the list. We are not short of anything that can make our lives prosperous, happy, and healthy. It's just there's a certain system that's been put in place to make you think it's not enough. Let it sit, let it marinate. Let's get back to the video.
It's going to come overflowing through our mouths. So if you struggle with kindness like I do, then the first place to look is what's going on in my heart.
But which struggle of kindness do you deal with? Do you deal with the struggle of kindness because you don't have enough of it in you to spread to others because it hasn't really been shown and given to you, right? So your bank account is pretty much depleted? Or are you like me? The account is like a black card and it's endless. And the number one thing you got to do is you got to watch giving too much so you don't deplete yourself. So you don't disturb your own peace. See, there's two different forms of that. There's the person who gives too much and it drains them. And it's the person who stays drained because they never get replenished. Let's keep on rocking out.
Is it a warm, peaceful place? Or is it cold and hard and cynical and agitated and irritable? Or worse, is it just all about me? If we lean a little more towards B or C, then chances are we could be a nice person, but not a very kind one. So how do we become more kind? Well, first we have to change our hearts. How? For those of us who are Christians, we have to stay close to the source.
Matter of fact, let me let him finish this part, and I want to give a piece on that too.
The heart of all kindness. And then just ask him, replace my heart with your heart. If we're sincere about it, he'll do it. Over time. And just on the side here, if our walk in faith has not made us more kind, then we're missing something.
I'm going to tell you what my personal belief in that is, what that little something that's missing is. Shout out to my father. Live in paradise, Pops. We all love you. My father told me, he said, Junior, he said, you know the longest journey that you'll ever take in your life. I want y'all to really follow me on this one. I want you to really hone in on what I'm saying. He said the longest journey that you'll ever take in your life is the journey from your head to your heart. Let it sit. Let it marinate. The longest journey that you will ever travel on planet Earth has nothing to do with a car, plane, or boat, or a space shuttle. It's the journey from here to here. From your head to your heart. To be able to connect your thoughts to what the heart says. And to have that balance in between. Let's keep on rocking up. Let it sit. Let it marinate. The time right now is 8:21 a.m. East Coast Standard Time on this beautiful Thursday morning, and I thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's keep on going.
And for those of us who still may be on the fence, well, just ask yourself, if there is a God and God has a heart, what do I think that heart looks like?
Nothing that you can imagine. I don't know what the show is going to keep saying, but I'm going to say this as the host of this show right here. Nothing that you can imagine, nothing you can fathom, nothing you can wrap your mind around. You couldn't even begin to understand it. It's far beyond anything we will ever be able to possibly comprehend. And the very moment that you get that settled into your mind and into your heart, that's the very moment that you actually would slowly become closer to God, considering that I'm speaking to the believers, right? Let's keep on rocking out.
And then would I want my heart to look more like that heart? Just in case we ever want to know what the heart of God looks like, it looks like this.
No, the fuck it don't. Now we turn it off. No, it don't. That was a doobie, brother. I don't know what you talking about, sir. So now let's go ahead. Let's get to this next video, right? So now we're going to get to grandma. Now, the reason why I wanted to play that first part on that, right? I just wanted to let it kind of play out because I didn't know where it was going to go, right? And that's the beauty of having controls on your panel. Cut that shit when you want to. Yeah. I don't know. He pulled up a picture of Michael McDonald in his 20s. Let's go ahead and y'all don't mind me. I just don't go for it. You ain't about to put that in my head. I'm sorry. Grandma, you put it in grandma's head, not mine. I know better. I know better. Let's go ahead and we're gonna get to this right here. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just getting through this commercial real quick, right? So let's go ahead. All right, so listen, right? You remember when I was speaking about the two dynamics of how when a person goes through something, are they salty? What is it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, good. You did type. Okay, thank you for that. All right, so let me go ahead. Let me do this right here. So now we're gonna listen to grandma. Hey, y'all, listen. I'm still one of those. I love to listen to my elders, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I got this right. Hold on. Let me do this. Make sure I got this right. I still love to listen to my elders. So let's listen to grandma. So I want y'all to tell me, is this really her saying that you should not be too nice, right? Or is this her breaking down the consequences of when you grow older and when you're too nice for too long, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at it. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Hold on now. Let me remove and let me do this because I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay, hold on. Nah, hold on. Do this. Yeah, let me just completely start my page over. My bad. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me just do this. Add to stage. There we go. 1 second. We on our way. There we go. All right, we there. Let's go ahead and get it. Respect to the family. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this right here. So let's listen to what grandma got to say. So grandma is telling us about, she's 91 years old, and she's telling us about what it's like to be too nice. Now, the thing that I want us to really focus on is, I'm wondering, is it a certain amount of, I am really nice, but I'm just hurt because of my losses? Or is it really from what you would get from her? Nah, she just recognized that regardless of any of that, it don't really pay to be nice to people for real. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let's rock out.
Finally have didn't come from being kind. It came from being, I am 91 years old today. The peace I finally have didn't come from being kind. It came from being brutally, deliberately unkind. Let me tell you what happened. It started after my husband Robert died. Everyone called me strong at the funeral. Inside, I felt nothing, just quiet. I was alone in our house, and I realized I had no idea who I was supposed to be anymore. I'd been his wife, the children's mother. Now I was just a woman waiting for the phone to ring. The phone did ring. My son David called every Sunday. He talked about his life for 20 minutes, then said he had to go. Never asked about mine. For years I just said, "That's nice, dear." One Sunday when he said, "Gotta run," I said, "No." He was quiet. I said, "You haven't asked about my life in years." If this is a duty call, don't make it.
Okay. All right, now hold on. Now, we're talking about the parental, the parental perspective. I want y'all to follow me. All right, here we go. Third eye. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. We all know that there's a saying that we would say, you ain't really supposed to be getting no pats on the back for being a parent. If I had my kid, and let's say I took care of my kid, I did everything I was supposed to do. If my child decides to really not give me, let's say, the acknowledgement that I want, is my child wrong for that? You see where I'm at? So this is what I'm saying as far as I get where grandma coming from. I got you, granny. I got you. What you're basically saying is that all that I've sacrificed for you, and you can't show no praise, no thanks. You can't pay homage. Excuse me. I totally get that. Same time, does your children really owe you that, considering they never asked to be born? I want to know from you guys. Like, really, this is for us to interact, so don't be shy. I see y'all out there in the chat. We got like 12 people here. You know, go ahead, talk to your boy. Talk to me, not about me. Let's rock out.
My heart was pounding. He sputtered, shocked. It felt cruel. But after I hung up, I felt lighter. The sky didn't fall. Then there was my friend Margaret. She talked at me for 40 years. She called to tell me about a cruise. I listened. Then I said, Margaret, I'm not interested. And I'm tired of you never asking about me. Goodbye. I hung up. My hand shook.
Grandma going in. She just saying F everybody. She like, hubby gone. My kid that look, y'all need to leave me alone. Let's keep on listening, man. Hey, look, the fact is, if grandma took care of her kids, she was dedicated to her husband, which I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt of all of that. Hey, I ain't got nothing to say with how you want to carry it at 91. You deserve to be however you want to be, mama. You go ahead and rock out. You keep on hanging up on them people. I'm not going to say it's right. I'm not going to say it's kind. I won't even tell you it's rude. I'm just going to say, do what you do, mama. You 91. You deserve it.
But my mind was calm. I was not her dumping ground anymore. The hardest talk was with my granddaughter, Chloe. She's the one who started it all. She told me I always made excuses for people who stepped on me.
What you mean? They don't what, Roz? Because I don't know why. Like, it's popping up on my phone. Yo, I don't know if I'm the only one. StreamYard on computers has been tripping lately. Like, they have really been on some other I don't know what's up. I got great connect. I got Xfinity, for crying out loud. I got the whole bundle package. So I ain't got no rinky dink nothing in this house. And I don't know why StreamYard is being so GAY. It is being extremely GAY. What did you say? I'm looking at it in my phone, beloved. What you got? Children don't. Oh, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. So it's like, so I mean, is this, you know what I mean, really? Like, nah, I'm tired of being nice. It's like, so I wasn't supposed to be nice to my kid. I wasn't supposed to be kind, respectful, loving, you know, compassionate, disciplined, you know, all of that for my child, right? Like, I think that's all things that's kind of old. And on top of that, let's take it even to the extent of friendship. If I say to myself, you my folks, if I dedicate myself to being your friend, it's a certain obligation I believe that comes with that. Yes. Don't call yourself my friend and not expect a certain obligation to come with it. And that obligation is not anything outside of, how can I word this? Just to make sure I formulate it right. I want to take my time on it. Be dedicated to be brutally honest. Be honest, right? Be honest and be loyal, but not to a fault. If I'm messing up, then yeah, you need to go ahead and let me know what it is. You smell me now? But let's go ahead.
That word always stuck in my head. I asked her over. I thanked her. I cried. I said, don't be like me. Don't confuse kindness with compliance. Real kindness can say no. We cried together. For the first time, we talked as two women, not just family. My world got smaller after that. Fewer calls, fewer visits.
That's because when you're brutally honest, that's what's gonna happen. Um, uh, Brutal honesty is life's friend filter. I want you to take that with you. Brutal honesty is life's friend filter. That's right. You will know who your true friends and loved ones are through your brutal honesty. And I don't mean be rude and disrespectful. I mean brutal honesty as far as tell it how a TI is. Give it to them how you know they need to receive it. You can put a little sugar on the medicine if you want to. You can make it cherry flavored. That's okay. You know, we got Robitussin. I get you, right? But like, you want to make sure that you're really giving them the medicine more so than the candy, if you want to put it in that way. Let's go.
I thought the loneliness would kill me, but it didn't. I started reading books Robert would have hated. I eat dessert first if I want to. The silence isn't empty now. It's full of my own thoughts.
Man, I get it. Grandma was in one of them relationships where her being too nice was basically, she felt like she didn't have a say and a voice in her marriage. God dang it. I get it now. Because yeah, everything she's saying, I can hear it. It's like, okay, I love him. I was with him for over 50 years, but I'm glad that I finally can say what I want, watch my shows when I want. That's what I'm picking up from that. That's primarily what I'm getting, right? But let's just listen to just a little bit more, Grandma. I don't want to cut her off too quick, right? So I'm gonna give her like 2 more minutes, and then, you know what I'm saying, I got one last little clip, and then we gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So yeah, like I said, I don't do long lives. I know me, you know what I'm saying? We stick and we move, you know what I'm saying? Be in and out, like she said. You smell me now?
I finally like my own company. Here's the brutal truth. Peace isn't about everyone liking you. It's about...
I shit you not. I ain't watched this video that far. I only watched like the few first seconds. I had no clue she was going to literally say what I've been saying the whole time and exactly how I said it. Brutal truth. Like, that's crazy. Let's rock out.
You not betraying yourself anymore. My peace is cold and clear, not warm. I am not a nice woman. I am a true one. And at 91, that's all that matters. So here's my wish for you. Don't wait. Be a little unkind. It might just save your life. So here's my wish for you. Don't wait. Be a little unkind. It might just save your life. You see, after I talked to Chloe, I had to look at the rest of it. I had to look at my daughter, Susan. She's a good person, but busy. She'd visit and immediately start fixing things, rearranging my kitchen, telling me what to eat. I never said a word. I just let her.
No, Grandma. I can hear it. Nah, you've been allowing people to make decisions for you throughout your life. And thank God that you actually was able to figure this out before you actually crossed over, still looking as gorgeous as you are at 91, full head of hair. I see you, Mama. I see you, right? Nah, you just been allowing people to make decisions for you. That's what that's primarily been about. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get to this right here. Now let's go ahead and look at this right here. Now this is only a few moments as well. And then we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. And let's have a very, very wonderful day. And take this live with you, you know. Pass it on to somebody.
Writing a book is hard.
I don't know who you may know. If it don't even apply to you, I'm asking you, man, give it to somebody else. It may be something somebody else need to hear. That's what we need to do. Pass it along, right? So let's go ahead and get to it. So on this video right here, 1 second. Let me hit this. There we go. Hold on. Let me go back. All right. So on this video right here, what's basically being spoke about, and I'm kind of going to let this just kind of ride out for the most part. I don't think it's too much I have to say on it. I want you all to get the full feel of this video. So I'm going to let this play out before we end the show. So we can call this the final thought. Oh my gosh, are you serious right now? I hope it's not. I hope that's not what I think it is. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me see something. Boy. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Again, this is why I'm glad I stay prepared on things. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay, give me 1 second, yeah. That's annoying. Like, when I say annoying, it is annoying. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So this right here, we're going to talk about, how do you know if you've been through too much? Do you know how to recognize the signs that your body has already been overworked, well over your age? You able to peep the signs and what it consists of? If not, I ain't even gonna hold you. Let's go ahead and get to this right here. These are the signs that let you know you have been through a lot of shit. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The first one, because of my years being locked up, is me. I ain't gonna lie. My prison days and my days on the street, the very first one, I ain't going front. That's me. That's me all the way. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Hold on. My bad. Let me see something. Hold on.
Refuses to sit with their back to the door. They will awkwardly shuffle around the booth. They will make excuses about the lighting.
Hold on.
Have you ever been sitting in a crowded restaurant and noticed that one specific person who absolutely refuses to sit with their back to the door? They will awkwardly shuffle around the booth. They will make excuses about the lighting or the air conditioning, but they will stubbornly claim the exact seat that gives them a completely unobstructed view of every single exit and every single person walking into the room. To a casual observer, they just seem a little eccentric or maybe just extremely picky. But if you actually understand human psychology, you realize you are not watching a quirky personality trait. You are watching a deeply dysregulated nervous system that is fundamentally terrified of being caught off guard ever again. You see, there is a very specific type of person walking around right now, blending into society and pretending to be perfectly fine. They are the ones who laugh at absolutely everything, including situations that would send a normal person into a complete emotional spiral. They are the ones who can handle massive life-altering disasters like losing a career or going through a brutal, devastating breakup.
Facts. People wonder, how, Smitty, how do you still smile the way you do and act like shit is so normal? Here it is, you lost whole body parts. Resilience. That's your word for today. The word of the day is resilience. That's all I got for it. Let's go.
With an eerie zen-like calmness. Yet these exact same people will have a complete existential meltdown if their daily routine is slightly disrupted or if a minor plan changes at the last minute. You look at them and think they have it all together. You admire their unbreakable resilience. But what if I told you that their profound strength is actually a biological illusion? What you are witnessing is not natural peace. It is a highly advanced psychological armor forged in the fires of going through way too much in life.
I'm trying to let the video play. Absolute facts. It is it is a psychological defense mechanism to trauma. It is. It's the brain's way of preventing itself from going into overload. Your brain actually has emergency, let's say, extinguishers, if you want to like look at it like that. Like when your brain start to get real hot and think of some shit, I want you to picture like from all four corners of the head, it's just all this white smoke inside your head, and it's extinguishers. Just picture it like that, right? Just to make it in a simplified form. That is absolute facts. But see, the thing is that unfortunately, we have a lot of people nowadays that there's a difference between balancing your thoughts and totally trying to sweep them under the rug. And we all know how it is with dirt under a rug. If you keep lifting it, sweep under that spot, lift, sweep under that spot, lift, sweep under that spot, eventually you're going to what? Trip over that bump in the carpet, right? You're going to trip over that bump in the rug because you can't hide it. You can't keep stuffing shit in a closet. Y'all, we all know the classic TV show scene where you open the closet and all these shit from baseballs and hockey sticks and clothes and baseball gloves and shit start falling out. That is a direct indication. I want you subliminally. That is a direct metaphoric indication that you can't just keep hiding shit. You have to actually clean it up. You have to address it. So I have to clean this. I have to address the room. I have to organize it. You smell me now? What's going on, Roos? What's going on, bro? Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's how you got to work that right there. You smell me now? So let's go ahead and keep on listening. Again, when it comes to being, you know what I'm saying, too nice all the time, but also when it comes to the effect of the mind. Let's go ahead and keep on listening to this right here. Let me go ahead and do this. Boom. Let's rock out. Let's rock out.
Right after this, you're going to see the exact invisible mechanism that secretly dictates your entire life and quietly sabotages your closest relationships. It is a survival habit so deeply ingrained that you have probably been doing it every single day without ever noticing. Because the bitter truth is when you have survived profound emotional turbulence, your brain does not just organically heal and move on. It literally mutates. It rewires its own circuitry, fundamentally transforming from a peaceful organ of cognitive processing into an aggressive military-grade threat detection system.
Basically, AKA, when you go through enough shit, your mind you become callous. That's why I got my saying where I say, I've added on to a saying we all already know. I made an addition to it. Remix. What don't kill you can make you stronger. Very true. Remix. What don't kill you can make you stronger, but it can also turn you callous. Just now, we wondering why people actually, like, we got the youth that actually laugh at death. They laugh at it like it's something to really laugh at. Like that shit is reversible. Like it's funny. We have been desensitized. We have seen so much gruesome, horrible shit. Excuse my language, but we got to go there right now, people. So don't mind me. We have seen so much gruesome, horrible shit that it has totally warped and it's taken us out of our natural organic frame of how we used to live. And this is why I was even saying last night on the show, it's a shame how much we actually look at dysfunction as normality. We really look at dysfunctional shit. Oh man, your old lady put, man, what, she smacked you up? Ha ha ha. That shit ain't funny. I got assaulted. What is you laughing at? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, shoot. I mean, you know, man, what, man, my daughter had a baby by, like, you know what I'm saying, 17 or something. Like, man, you be all right, you a granddad. What? Shut up. That wasn't the plan. We have taken a lot of things that ain't supposed to be. Now, I would say on the flip side of it, right? That's a very creative way of a survival mechanism. I will never deny that. Oh, we know how to like do stand-up comedy about the most horrific shit we ever gone through. You ever heard of us laughing and actually trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Say who got the worst whoopings? Oh, what? You just got beat with a belt? Shit, nigga, I got hot irons and extension cords. We was greased down before we came up. Like, nigga, that was abuse. But we used to brag about who went through the most abuse. Do you see where I'm at? Like, dog, that shit psychologically fucked us up. That has really messed us up. We really think that this bullshit that we've been doing and going through, how we see relationships, everything is flipped upside down. The way we think is the devil's cross. It is an upside down cross. It's flipped, totally reversed. They say that you will know the end of days when ignorance becomes the new wisdom. They say you will know the end of days when ignorance becomes the new wisdom.
That is constantly hunting for the next disaster, even when you are perfectly safe in your own home. In this breakdown, you're going to discover the 5 hidden psychological signs that prove you have endured far more than your fair share of chaos. I'm going to show you exactly.
So basically, this is a video. If you think you've been through trauma, if you want to get a gauge of how much you've been through, you're going to be able to tell by what you are able to relate to in this video. I ain't even going to hold you. Let's rock out.
Exactly how your brain is actively manipulating your reality right now, just to protect you. You will understand the fascinating neuroscience behind why you desperately crave deep human connection, but simultaneously build an impenetrable fortress around yourself the second someone actually tries to love you. You're going to learn why your mind operates like a highly sensitive, malfunctioning smoke detector, screaming at the absolute top of its lungs over the slightest hint of burnt toast, simply because it remembers exactly what it feels like to be trapped inside a burning building with no way out. And most importantly, you will finally discover how to stop mourning the soft, innocent version of yourself that you were forced to leave behind so long ago. Let us begin. We call it the diner booth rule, but it extends far beyond where you sit when you go out to eat. This is the first major sign that you have endured an overwhelming amount of stress, and it is known in clinical psychology as hypervigilance. Let me break down exactly what this looks like in your everyday life. When a normal person walks into a room, they see furniture. They see a counter to order coffee. They see the menu. When you walk into a room, you do not just see the room. You instantly and involuntarily run a comprehensive threat assessment scan of the entire environment. You note where the exits are. You subconsciously register the mood of the person behind the counter. You notice the guy in the corner who seems a little too agitated. Your brain is mapping out escape routes and potential hazards before you have even decided what you want to drink. You might think you are just being observant, or that you are naturally detail-oriented.
Now, let me ask you all this. Is that being paranoid? Now, let's really think about this. Everything he's saying. Do you operate that way? Because I swear on life, I literally do think that way. If I ever go anywhere to eat, you know the number one place I never want to sit? Closest to the main door. I don't want to be there. You know where else I don't like to sit? Right where the window is. I want to be somewhere in the middle. Kind of middle back-ish. In the cut. Or I'll sit at the bar. That's different, right? I don't know, like it's something about my heightened awareness. That front door, man, if somebody come in here want to do something crazy and just been in there, I'm right here at the front of the line of that. No, sir. If somebody decided to go ahead and drive by something, I'm right here at the, no, sir. Even the way I think to position myself when I go out just to enjoy myself to eat. One day I sat down and said to myself, bruh, you done been through too damn much. You done been through too damn much. Relax your brain, black man. Relax your brain. Tranquilo, tranquilo, primo, tranquilo.
But the reality is much darker. Your brain has physically adapted to danger. Deep inside your temporal lobe, there is an almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. This is your brain's security system. In a healthy nervous system, the amygdala is like a lazy security guard. It only wakes up and sounds the alarm when there is an obvious immediate threat like a tiger jumping out of the bushes or a car swerving into your lane.
Or perfect example, you're just chilling, somebody, boo, right behind you, and you know, the startle. That's what that is. That's what that system is.
But when you have gone through too much trauma, when you have been subjected to prolonged periods of uncertainty, betrayal, or emotional volatility, that security guard gets fired, and your brain replaces it with a paranoid, heavily armed military general who never sleeps. This is where the metaphor of the overactive smoke detector comes into play.
That's right. That's when your brain turns into major pain. I am not your brother.
Imagine you lived through a horrific house fire. You survived, but the memory is burned into your nervous system. Now you live in a new safe house. You install a top-of-the-line smoke detector. But because of your past trauma, that smoke detector is calibrated to be thousands of times too sensitive. It does not just go off when there is a real fire. It goes off if someone lights a candle. It goes off if someone burns a piece of toast in the kitchen. It screams at maximum volume, releasing a flood of cortisol and adrenaline into your bloodstream, making your heart race, and your palms sweat over absolutely nothing. That is your brain on hypervigilance. You are living in a constant state of low-level fight or flight, and it is completely exhausting.
Now, I want us to look at this. I want you to notice the picture. Now, let's break that down and make it a message. Notice the weight. It's an anvil. That anvil is not near one other person. Do you know what that anvil is? It's imaginary. Did you know the anvil is not even actually there? You put it there. You thought it up. You created it. You designed it. You even said how much it's going to weigh. You did that. No one else did that. That is something inside of you. I am saying that because the most important person to observe in this life is thyself. Let's keep rocking out.
You are burning massive amounts of cognitive energy just existing in a grocery store because your brain refuses to believe that you are actually safe. But that physical scanning is only the beginning. What happens to your internal logic and how you handle stress is even more bizarre. Have you ever noticed that you can navigate a massive life-altering catastrophe with absolute zero panic? But
you know what else is wild? You know, they actually have, for people who grew up in chaos, you know that they have, you can look it up. There are CDs. And like, you know how they have like, what's that, like tranquil sounds to go to sleep? And it'll be like nature sounds, little frogs and crickets and wind blowing and rain and stuff. Did you know that they also have the same thing for people of the polar opposite? And literally it's a whole track. It's like 9 hours of like car crashes and beep, get out the way. It's like city noises, just random conversation. And there are people who actually can fall to sleep to the chaos. Is that really resilience, or is that somebody that has a defense mechanism put up because they want to survive? Let's go.
you will completely lose your mind if you drop your keys, or if the grocery store is out of your favorite brand of milk. This is the second hidden sign. You micromanage the minor things while remaining disturbingly zen about the major things. I used to think I was just crazy. I would watch my entire life fall apart, a major relationship ending or a massive financial crisis hitting, and I would be as cool as a cucumber. I would make spreadsheets. I would formulate logical escape plans. I felt completely in my element in the middle of a disaster. But if my internet stopped working for 10 minutes while I was trying to send a simple email, I would want to throw my computer out the window.
Let me read this real quick. You know, I like to stay interactive with my folks. So that's crazy. I need quiet or crime. You see? Now hold on, Jen. I want you, Jen. I want you to think about that shit. What is it about listening to? Because most crime shows, and I guarantee you the ones you listening to is some shit like Fatal Attraction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm hip to them shows. I watch ID. I got ID. Okay? I'm already sharp. So you on some first 48 shit before you go to sleep. What is it inside of you that makes you want to listen to that? And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be your mind continuously saying, I recognize what this world consists of. I have to continuously stay on point. It's like continuously sparring with what life is going to offer when you finally get out there and really fight with the world. So it's like, even in your state of peace, even in your moment of peace, it's like, nah, I still got to make sure I know what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I know, right, Rooster? That's crazy, man. And I mean that in like crazy, like that's wow, like that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Not you're crazy, Jen, just for the record. Just want to make sure I clarified that. Let's go ahead and get this going. What? Who that? I got you. I'm gonna call you back. Let me finish this show.
Sob. Here is the psychological truth behind this paradox. When you have survived intense trauma, you have essentially become a master of chaos. Chaos is your native language. When a massive crisis hits, your brain says, I recognize this. Welcome back to the battlefield. I know exactly what to do here. Your survival instincts kick in and you become a hyper-efficient machine.
Now, it's one thing to recognize chaos, know how to move in chaos, and it's a whole nother monster, a whole nother species of animal to love the chaos, to now find comfort in the chaos. That's when it morphs. It's a difference between knowing how to move when a chaotic moment happens and you saying, I thank God that this nigga did because I was always wishing a nigga would. It's a difference. That's a whole nother animal. Let's keep rocking out.
But the small things, the minor daily inconveniences, they represent something entirely different. They represent a loss of control. Trauma fundamentally strips away your agency. It makes you feel helpless. So to cope with that profound helplessness, your brain tries to micromanage your immediate environment. You desperately grip onto the tiny details of your daily routine to prove to yourself that you are in control of your reality. So when the small plan changes or the minor inconvenience happens, it is not about the spilled coffee. It is a terrifying microscopic reminder of the helplessness you felt in the past. Your nervous system is not reacting to the coffee, it is reacting to the sudden loss of control. But if you think your relationship with control is complicated, wait until you see how this hidden trauma reshapes how you interact with other human beings. Because the third sign is perhaps the most draining of
I need y'all to look at that eye. It's two on the face. There's one up top. Third eye open. Let's keep going. Message.
all. It is called aggressive empathy. If you have been through too much, you do not just understand other people, you absorb them. You are no longer just participating in social interactions. You are actively policing the emotional temperature of every room you enter.
And that's what makes you dangerous in the eyes of other people. In the society that we're in today, you're dangerous. When you actually know how to break shit down to a molecule, when you're able to read through people before they even thought that you was able to see that they had a book that they was about to show you of themselves. Like, yeah, I already read that novel. I ain't even opened my page yet. Nah, but I read it. And you genuinely know it. It's something about that shit make you real dangerous. And then it makes you public enemy number one. That's when you become the nemesis. Again, remember, we're in a day and age of society that you better praise everything I do. If you not shouting out and big up in any and everything I do, even down to my sloppy, messy, effery moments, then you're just a hater. You see? People don't like the person that's too observant. I have peeped that. I have noticed, folks, I'm talking about from homeboys to even women I've dated, all of that. When you really let people know and they peep that you like, they can't get nothing by you, a lot of times people gonna want to distance themselves because they know they can't pull that bullshit around you. They know you catch it. They know you sharp. They can't get that shit by you. You public enemy number one now. And see, the thing is, You know the messed up part about this to land it? Most people actually do see it just like the person who's speaking out. It's just most people don't have the courage and or don't want to say anything because they're either dwelling in their own they're either waddling in their own or they on that I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and I don't want to lose my friends type of bullshit. Well, little should you know, anybody who really love you is going to know, even if they snap, even if I get mad at you, hang up the phone, man, we gonna talk again. Your ass ain't gone nowhere. I ain't tripping off that shit. And that's what those who are truly your loved ones. But let's keep on listening. Let's get through the video.
You can spot a forced smile from a mile away. You can hear a microscopic shift in someone's tone of voice on the phone and instantly know that they are upset even if they swear they are fine. You notice the texture of silence. You know the difference between a tired silence, an angry silence, and a disappointed silence. Society praises this. People call you a good listener. They call you an empath. They tell you that you have a beautiful gift for understanding others. I used to believe that too. I used to pride myself on being the person everyone came to for advice, the one who could read minds. But the cold clinical reality is that this type of extreme hyperattunement is not a magical spiritual gift. It is a trauma response.
I'm gonna let them say more about the trauma response. I don't have enough information on that, so I don't ever speak on nothing I don't know. But what I will say is that continuously wanting to give and pour out and everything, that's a gift and a curse. That is something that I've recognized that if I don't balance that, that's going to be the death of me. I'm going to stress myself out too much. See, that's when I have those nights of thinking, overthinking to myself, man, I don't understand. I invest, I give. Like, I know for a fact they recognize I've done this, I've done that. Like, these are things we naturally do say to ourselves, even if we don't say it to you out loud. And I know what I've done. I know how much I invest. And I don't get no reciprocation back. That shit will come to your mind. Thus, now I'm up in the night. And you want to know what I'm up about? Not wondering why you ain't giving back. No. My main thought is, why do I keep giving? I'm pacing the floor. I'm making the moat in my house floor. It's a moat in my floor because I'm pacing and doing circles and trying to figure out, why do I keep giving to people that will not give back to me? Don't give two shits about anything I got going on, but for some reason, why can't I stop caring so much about what you got going on? And I don't mean in like a want to be your friend nosy way. I mean in an organic, I was designed to be a giver. I was built to be of assistance. I was built and designed to be of providence. I was built and designed to be of one who can flood. I open floodgates. I don't just pour cups. I open floodgates. And then you recognize it ain't nothing coming back behind that floodgate that you opened up. And then eventually the water runs out. All you ask for is a little bit of rain just to, fill the pond back up, keep the livestock going. That's all you ask for. It's just a little bit of rain just to keep things going. Not even for your own personal benefit. Let's keep on rocking out.
You learn to read micro expressions and subtle shifts in body language because at some point in your life, accurately predicting the mood of the people around you was necessary for your survival. Maybe you grew up in a volatile household where you had to know if it was a good day or a bad day the second the front door opened. Maybe you were in a toxic relationship where you had to constantly monitor your partner's emotional state to avoid a blow-up. You learned to read the weather so you could brace for the storm. And now you cannot turn that radar off.
And you know what happens when you can't turn it off? That's when you don't get no rest. Because even when it's time for you to sleep, you still on guard. You don't know how to turn that shit off. That's when the gift turns into the curse. Now your peace is disturbed. Let's keep rocking out.
You are constantly anticipating the needs of everyone around you, trying to fix their negative emotions before they can escalate into a problem for you. You become a sponge for everyone else's pain, which leaves you feeling entirely drained and completely alienated from your own actual needs. And this
Yep. And then you start neglecting yourself. You start neglecting. Oh, shoot. I didn't even see you, girl. What's up? My bad. I don't know how long you been back there. I hope it wasn't too long. StreamYard be tripping. It didn't give me no beat, no buzz, no nothing. I had to move the video just to see you. What's up? Yeah,
Grand
what's going on,
Rising,
Charles?
Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
You already know. You already know. I see you got the same cough as me. I love it. Okay, now.
Look,
I ain't
I
mad
woke
at
up
you.
and listened to the video. I said, why is Smitty talking about me?
Oh, what you? oh, I get it. I get it.
I said,
Yeah.
why you do a video about me?
Story of your life, huh? Not because it's
Hmm.
my story. It's
Say
really I'm
again?
talking to myself. You just so happen to be present while I'm going. Yeah, I
Yeah,
said it's
yeah.
really a story of my life. You just so happen to be present while I'm going crazy talking to myself. That's all it is.
I'm like, this is me. Wow, that's so crazy. That's so
Yeah.
crazy. And you know what? And I attribute it to, not to even like derail or anything, but I'm just like, that's why I always, that's why I always mention like the birth order and the zodiac, sign when people focus on that, because then that's part of being like the firstborn. You absorb a lot of this. You end up being like this because you're the first one, you're the one that had to go through all the trials with the parents. By the time the other kids came along, they're a lot easier, but you've kind of already been trained to check the temperature of the room, know what's going on, and make sure you don't say anything, or make sure you don't upset, make sure you listen carefully, make sure you absorb everybody's feelings so you don't look like you're nonchalant and heartless. Like some of that, when I was listening, I'm like, my siblings don't go through this, and everybody that I know that's firstborn, they do have some of these issues, because that's part of that first layer of being in a family. Like you're the one they learned how to do everything with. You're the one that they all made all the mistakes with. So sometimes you are left with the trauma from that. So,
Fact. Now let me ask you this. Now this is see, I'm glad you up here because I got somebody to bounce off with. Now there we go. That's the interaction I'm talking about. What would you say percentage wise, like the giving and everything, out of 100%? What would you say is the taxing part on your piece out of 100%?
damn, like you were saying on the video, the giving, and you don't, and most of the time it's not
You don't get
reciprocated.
it. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
and then you take that and see that firstborn part two adds to it, because it's almost like your response. See, wow, Smitty, that was a revelation just now, because that is part of it too, because you're taught that you have to put someone else first all the time. Like your life is that. And then you take that into your relationship, you know what I mean? Then you take it into your life. And now you're literally walking trauma with that. You're going to constantly, because remember, if you're the oldest, you're going to give everything and never get nothing back, because those are your siblings. You know what I mean? You have to give up. Some people have to even give up their clothes, their food. And it comes down to when they go into their adult life, they don't know how to regulate that part of that emotion. So what they end up doing, I know people who give people clothes and they still need things. That person still needs stuff, but they'll steadily be giving away stuff, or they'll help someone and they need help themselves. Like their car's not running, but they'll help you push yours out the road, type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's that they take that further, into the rest. By the time you get to this point in this video, you've already lived your life like this, and now you've already adjusted to, I'm not gonna never get anything. And then when you get into relationships, it even gets even more cloudier and muddier, because now you're giving to someone who is literally taking that manipulation or taking advantage, because we know in a relationship, sometimes the other person doesn't care how much you give, and they don't care to give anything back, because now we have that dynamic. So that thing follows you your whole life, whether you were born, you grew up in it, or you were inundated throughout your childhood, and then you go into your real life, and now you go to work and you're the one who stays late when everyone leaves and they're off to the, enjoying the sunny day, but you're staying late because you think that maybe if I give to my company and give into my boss and, pour into my job and pour into my position, it's going to reward me, and it doesn't. And that's the hardest part, and it all the way around. It's not even just in your personal dynamics, because then you don't give anything to yourself.
Let me ask you this. Now, this is the $1 million question. This is the $1 million question. What do you believe it is inside of you that, knowing all of that, you still, regardless, find yourself in a position giving once again? And you said you weren't going to do it again. You said you're cutting people off, and you find yourself right back being Mr. or Mrs. Help a Lot.
He said, "What is the what? Defining what?"
Hold on. Let me say it again. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just say the
Okay.
first part of it.
What is it about, you know what I'm saying, the giving, like, that's, damn, I forgot. Shit. Somebody
You got to
help me.
rewind it because you had the beginning of the question.
Yeah, I would have to
Oh,
rewind it.
what you just
Damn.
said.
Yeah, literally. I'm not playing. It went away that fast. It was organic. I freestyled that shit. I didn't plan that. Hold on, let me see something. What I say?
You said, "What is the something factor?"
Hold on, this about to come up. Hold on.
You did have to find it.
I did. I'm literally. Hold on.
So it's that they take that further.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
By the time you get to this point in this video, you've already lived your life like this, and now you've already. Oh, my voice is deep. Sound like a man. Get into a relationship.
No, you don't.
It's even more much.
Don't do that.
Muddier because now you're giving to someone who is literally taking that manipulation or taking advantage. Because we know in a relationship, sometimes the other person doesn't care how much you give, and they don't care to give anything.
I'm just not gonna touch the phone. I'm gonna let it play because I don't want to mess it up.
That thing follows you your whole life, whether you were born.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Or you were inundated throughout your childhood, and then you go into your real life, and now you go to work, and you're the one who stays late when everyone leaves, and they're off to the, enjoying the sunny day, but you're staying late because you think that maybe if I give to my company and give into my boss and, pour into my job and pour into my position, it's going to reward me, and it doesn't. And that's the hardest part, and it all the way around. It's not even just in your personal dynamics, because when you don't give anything to yourself.
Let me ask you this. Here we go. This is the $1 million question. Here we go. This is the $1 million question. What do you believe it is inside of you that, knowing all of that, you still, regardless, find yourself? Damn it, that's it.
That was good though.
And you said you weren't going to do it again. All right. There it is. Yeah. What is it inside you? Yeah, there we go. So what is it inside you? There we go. Hold on. My headphones. There we go. What is it inside you that says, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I'm going to keep on giving. Even though you've said to yourself, I've been burnt. Like, what do you think it is inside of you that, like, regardless, like, you still find yourself after you said, I'm cutting people off, I ain't being nice no more. Like, Lord knows how many times I've done that. It's like the person who's smoking 15 years after saying, this is my last cigarette.
Yeah. Well, we can identify with that, because that's like people in Michigan that say, this is my last year, I hate the snow. And then they've been here for 25 years, they never left. So I can identify with that. But as far as, like, to me, I think y'all gonna clip this and make fun of me. I think sometimes people are warm and fuzzy chasers, and it's not like a twisted sexual thing. I'm saying, like, people chase that feeling because that is, like, whatever it is. I think, like, doesn't it, like, release oxytocin or release endorphins in your brain when you feel good about giving to someone. And then what we do is when we say, hey, you know what, I'm not giving. Every time I help Smitty, he's ungrateful. So then we transfer that to Goodwill or Children in Need or, the Red Bucket at Christmas. So that way it's justifiable to say, you know what, F Smitty, he don't need my help. That he act like he could walk everywhere he want to walk. He don't need my help, to let his walking ass go. And then I'm gonna go help someone else who is in a wheelchair, because that warm and fuzzy is what I still needed. And since you took it away from me, I still need to go help someone. So then that's the way they do, is that they need to chase that feeling that they get when they actually help someone. It's that same feeling like when you buy someone a present and you need to see them open it. Like you want to see that immediate gratification. So when you are that helpful person and you say, okay, you know what, I'm done with Smitty. You know what? If he don't need me, I'm not gonna help him no more. You do immediately try to transfer that to something else, whether it be just in time, you know, the ASPC. As soon as I'm pissed off at Smitty and I say, you know what, F you, Smitty, I'm never helping you again. As soon as I hang up and turn the TV on to distract myself, guess what happens? An ASPCA help the animals commercial comes on. So guess what? Smitty don't need my help. I'll help these helpless animals out here. So you almost, you're chasing that warm and fuzzy, and you're just basically transferring it from stuff because that's what they justify when you say, why you do that, man? It just makes me feel good to know that I can help the homeless. You're transferring that because whoever you're helping, wherever you're trying to help is not receiving it, or you're getting rejected or you're getting offended. You know what I mean? So now you just transfer it to somewhere else. You want that warm and fuzzy. You need that high for that moment. You need to feel good about yourself for doing something for someone. And unfortunately, grown ass adults and people are ungrateful. Animals and old people are highly grateful. So, you know.
All right, hold on, Jen. All right, so I got to challenge one thing, just one thing, beloved. All right, let's go. All right, you were saying that giving and the whole aspect of like doing for a person and like they're not grateful, and it's like, dang, Smitty can walk. Well, you don't need my help then. One thing that I've always been a big, like, this is just a little sidebar real quick and get back to it. One thing I've always been a big proponent of is give a person help in which it is that they need it. So if you recognize I'm fine with the walking part, that don't mean that you're not useful. There are plenty
No,
of
right.
other
That's
things.
personal, right? But
You
that's
know what
just
I'm
what to
saying?
answer your
Like
question on the grand scale. That's what usually happens.
it's so many other aspects in which you're valuable as shit. Just because I don't need you to hold my hand and get up and sit down, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean that it ain't shit that you not of true value of that I do not absolutely adore. Come on now. So I just wanted to throw that
But
part in
that's
there.
what.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
thank
Like
you.
real shit though. So like, yeah.
Thank you, though.
Go
But then
ahead.
remember earlier in your video that you were saying that it was even just being a good listener or just being there in the room with other people is satisfying for that person.
Facts.
So, but
Facts.
so again, that's where what you're saying comes into play. Where okay, he doesn't now the
Facts.
emotionally secure person and that's emotionally mature in that will also recognize that Smitty and say, hey, he doesn't need me to hold his hand and help him walk, but maybe I could just stay in the room when in case he just needs to say something or be, just be a silent friend. So that mature person can recognize that and then shift that for you. But what they don't do, is shift it for that person. So instead of saying, you know what, Smitty, you're right. You don't need my hand, hold my hand because you can walk. But I'm here and I'm gonna be in the kitchen cleaning up, and if you need me, I'm gonna be right here. Then they shift it for that person that's healthy to me. But when the unhealthy, like in your video, is when it goes somewhere else. Like, well, since you don't need my help, then I'm gonna go help the homeless children. And if you don't need my help, then I'm gonna go help this old lady over here. Or even they don't find anyone, and now it's just completely displaced, and now they're questioning their value. Like, well, if you don't need my help, then what good am I to anybody? So it goes like that. So if it's a healthy shift, it says, you know what, Smitty, you're right. I don't need to hold your hand and help you walk. Guess what? But I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be cleaning up the kitchen. I'm gonna be over here making dinner. So if you need me, just holler. Which still satisfies that if he needs me, I'm here for him urge, right? But unfortunately, we displace it. We don't put it in the right place, and it goes haywire. And now you have a whole video about it.
That's a fact. Nah, I get you on that point. So you want to get back to the video, finish this out real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, bet. Let's go ahead and do it. So we're gonna get back to the video, ladies and gentlemen. I digress. My mic is muted. The time
I need
right
my
now.
shirt. I need that shirt. Thank you. Yes, I do. Just remind you.
You just let me know what color or whatever. You just gotta let me know what color and what size. Like, listen, I'm trying to tell you, I'm on some like.
I'm getting my shirt. Y'all sleeping on the shirts while y'all playing out here listening. When
Yeah,
y'all
no
re-listen to
bullshit.
this later, y'all heard Genesis say, "I want my shirt," and y'all sleeping on the shirt because I need my shirt. I digress.
I'm gonna repost the junk where I got Dee Dee wore my shirt. She had it on her show. I got a few spots and everything. So I mean, I
Yeah,
think
we need to blow that
I'm gonna
up.
just yeah. I'm gonna repurpose it again. Ladies and gentlemen, I just stopped advertising the shirts because I mean, when you're truly about business, you recognize like, look, if they don't want it, then I'm not gonna keep putting it on the shelf. I'm not gonna keep spending money like yo, them shirts cost me a lot of money, dog. A
I
lot of
bet.
money to
Yeah.
get like that bundle, to get like a good 15 or 20 pack bundle. That shit is bread.
And then a good quality
I'm
too.
talking about over $500. That shit is bread.
Oh yeah, I
So I'm
know.
not going to be paying that money and like nobody wants to like support. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are willing to support, I will get that shit. And I'm dead ass. I'm very good with business. I've been somebody who's about making money all my life, yo. I'm just retired now. That's all. But trust me, the mentality has gone nowhere. I'm
I think
about that bread.
everybody at the sound of my voice that hears this needs to cop them at least one "I digress, my mic is muted" t-shirt,
Hey,
because there's literally that is literally a catchphrase that is literally growing in this space, and I feel like people need to support it by copping them a t-shirt.
there
And
you
so
go.
what? It's just a t-shirt. You can throw it on and wash your car. This my t-shirt campaign. Whenever I sold t-shirts, is I don't care what you do with it after you buy it. Really,
They're
come on
actually
now.
they're
Wear it, put
actually
it on your teddy bear when you let
yeah.
have put it on your back seat in your car to protect your upholstery. Whatever
I
you do with
appreciate
it,
it.
you're gonna take the shirt and take it. Now, if you wear it, that's wonderful, people. However, if you don't ever wear it, the support is still real. So you got a lot of shit in your closet, and a lot of stuff in your house that you don't touch after you bought it the first time. So just treat Smitty's shirt the same way and buy a shirt and put it in your drawer.
Hey,
You
look,
got
you
them
know what?
mixers and them beaters and them pancake and them panini makers that you haven't touched in your cabinet in a long time. You
Oh
got clothes that
man.
still got tags on it that you ain't wore this year yet. You can buy a Smitty shirt and put it in your drawer.
There we go. There we go. And you know what I'm saying right there. I mean, she done told you what the business is. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely flattered. I appreciate it. Like little
That is
stuff like that.
crazy, yo. As much
It
as people
goes a
say
long
it,
way.
yo, get you a shirt. Shut the hell up. I
Yeah,
digress.
yeah.
It's crazy.
So what I'm gonna do is, you know what I'm saying? Again, like my contact, like my email, all of that, it's in my description and all of that. So I mean, anybody, if you want to email me or Instagram me, Facebook me, all of that, like I'm all over the place. So again, I'm not somebody difficult to contact. Jen will tell you I'm not hard to contact. I do respond. You can ask quite a few people in this space. If enough people, if I at least get like, let's say 5 to 7 people that say they actually want one, I'll get a whole bundle again. And I'm dead ass serious. I will tell you right now, like the first 3 people get theirs for free. So Jen, if I get them, you get yours. The only price that I ask is that you actually wear it, take a picture, and advertise that bitch. That's it.
Are
That's
you
all I
crazy,
ask.
Smitty? I'm going to
I'm
listen.
dead ass. Like I no, I did it the
I'm
first
gonna wear
time.
it just because
I
the shit is
ask
crazy,
people,
but I'm definitely gonna cam up online and wear it.
yeah, I
What do
ask
you
people all
mean?
the
That's
time.
crazy work.
Like,
Wear that.
I'm
That's
talking about like,
crazy.
yeah, just like if you can just put it on with a nice little outfit and just like take a picture so I can make a nice little
Yeah,
collage
and post
and
it
show
because that's
right.
crazy. There should
Yeah,
be
exactly. That's it. I'm
people
talking
are
about
walking
I
around here saying,
literally
"I digress. My mic is muted." Get you a shirt and just
and look
support and get a shirt. That's all you got to do. It's you
and
buy. People bought this might be risky shirts. People bought fuck them kids shirts. People supported the Black Woman is
man,
Queen.
they bought the Corey
We
Holcomb
did.
shirts. They bought the
They bought the
Anton
Corey
Court.
Holcomb shirt. So come on,
Yep.
y'all cannot, y'all really, really seriously, when y'all go back and replay, because we know our videos, it might be 4 watching, but it's gonna be 65 views in tomorrow. So
You
all
already
so
know. You already
y'all
know
need
how
to
that
just
go.
go ahead and just keep game. You need to go ahead and put it in your YouTube store and
Ooh,
then
Jen,
work on some new designs. I got
Jen.
you.
I think I recognize something with a lot of us as content creators. All right, so look, I was listening to another content creator, right? And
Yeah,
they were
go ahead,
talking.
because I got something to tell you too, because I want to know your opinion on something else I heard last night. Y'all know I be up late at night. Go ahead.
Okay. We can talk about it. Shit, let me go ahead and pull the video down. We can talk about that after I go ahead and say what I gotta say. All right, so
Okay,
look,
so
right.
well,
So to like that's man, see, that's what's up. That's what's up. And again, like, you know, again, I'm dead ass serious. Like, I am a man of my word. The first 3 people, if I get 20 shirts, the first 3 I'm giving out for free. I'm dead ass serious. And all I ask that you repay me in is I need a picture that you send me. You know what I'm saying? Or you, like, you know, pointing to it or something, like, you know, look cute in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Look fly with it for my fellas.
Mhm.
Look cute in it for my sisters. And send that shit to me, man, so I can go ahead and get some motion going on. We all know when it comes to business, it's not about what you know, but who you know. It's about word of mouth. If we think about it, some of the fanciest restaurants don't have a commercial. But why do you
They
think so
don't.
many people know about a roof, Chris? Word of mouth. Because people
Never seen
talk
a
about it.
commercial.
Never seen a commercial, but people talk about it. So we all know that's how business goes. See, I'm a business oriented minded man. It's just, I'm just sick of dealing with people that's not serious about it. I'm too dead ass serious. Like, don't invite me to a good time and not expect me to party. I'm trying to tell you. Like,
Hey,
so I
Toya. Oh,
just,
I didn't see the chat. Hey, King Rooster. Hey,
yeah,
Toya. Hey, Riaz.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Toya
you
said she'll
know,
get one too.
yeah. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
go ahead and
okay,
do that.
Trust.
But
What'd you say you noticed in it about the content creators?
all right, so the content creators. All right, so look, you know how StreamYard been acting real funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what somebody was telling me, and I want to look a little bit more into this. I think you should try it too. They was talking about how it's something called Google Streamlabs that is connected
Oh
to now.
yeah. Yep.
And they say that's like all of the, don't you know how like we don't be seeing the views until after? It'll be like 15 people in your chat, but it'll only show 4. All of that
Mm-hmm.
shit. They say that's
Mm-hmm.
because of Google Streamlabs. They say Google Streamlabs be on like big delays and everything. It's Google
Really?
Stream, yeah, not StreamYard. It's Google Streamlabs, and I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. Yeah.
Mm.
So all of that like funny stuff, like, yo, man, StreamYard tripping. We all hear it. We hear everybody saying it. Man, y'all, but I'm not even seeing my comments pop up.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I noticed that when I was, because you know how
yeah,
Bracy has like 4 streams. He'll do like 2 vertical and 2 horizontal, right? He'll do
right.
one from both each Waters wake up show. But I've noticed that I literally have probably said, "Hey Sugar" like 4 times, and I go back and I look and I'm like, "Where's my comment?" And then I'll go look on the vertical and it's not there, but the horizontal is there, or it'll be on one page but not the other. And then when I see it, when I come back later, refresh my screen and come back later, and now I done said I look like a crazy person talking about "Hey Sugar" 14 times. So it's
Mm-hmm.
something happening. Yeah, it's something happening.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like it's some glitches. Now, listen, this is what I think. So let me read this real quick for Rooster. You know, I like to stay interactive with the people out here. I have been telling people for years that StreamYard is up to something, but they did not believe me. All right, I hear you,
yes, they
brother.
thought that was your crazy ass phone, Obama phone service. That's what everybody attributes it to when you pull up on the panel. And
Oh,
everybody else
God.
don't get the same reaction, but we feel you though, Rooster, because
You gonna mess
most of the
around and
time,
you
most of the
gonna
time,
have that
folks,
man pull up.
because most of the time he would pull up and he would, and they be like, "Oh, okay, that's your phone service." And then, okay, but you wait till it happens to someone else, and he be like, "Okay, now that's StreamYard acting up," because you don't know, but it doesn't look crazy. It looks
So you
crazy that
said
every time he goes somewhere, he got his, he would have communication issues, and
so you
then you be
saying
like,
Rooster is the exception. Rooster's the
right, we thought so at first because we were like, "Dang, you
exception
go over
because
to
of
this
his
panel."
internet.
Right, but then he went to somebody else's panel and had clean, clear service. We like, hold on, wait a minute. So that's what Rooster talking about. Since I told you StreamYard acting up, StreamYard don't like me. And then we be like, oh, and then so of course we gonna joke and say, no, StreamYard don't like when you come over here. So because when every time you come to this
Rooster.
panel, this reception be shitty, but then you go over somewhere else and it be clear. So yeah, that's when we was like, yeah, it gotta be something. Because he wasn't the only one. We were just jonesing him
Yeah.
because, he always
All right.
mess with people.
So Rooster, I'm going to decode it for you of what Genesis really said. StreamYard has singled your black ass out, nigga. Man.
It's the
Hey,
Rooster effect. Look, it's the Rooster effect.
right. You know what I'm saying? Goodness gracious. So
No,
yeah.
he wasn't the only one, but yeah, at first we was like, wait, how come everybody, certain people come and you can't hear them, or you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They all of a sudden they just got the worst reception, and then the next person come and they clear, and so you might maybe it's just them, and then you start realizing it's more than one person, and of course,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So look,
So
I want to talk about this. I want to because I was gonna ask.
yeah,
So listen,
I was about to
ask
say, let's
y'all
go
some
ahead and get to it.
questions. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
y'all know I was up last night, and I'm always up in the middle of the night watching because I got old lady insomnia. Um, and I was watching Room 9, so I got me some clips though because I wanted to go live and do myself a little a little show about it, but we can talk about it too. So I was listening to Room 9.
If
Come
you
on, so you
want
can.
to, if you want to, you can drop the video. If you want to wait for yours, that's fine. But if you wanted to, you can go ahead and put it in the zone and we can pull it up.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Or if you want to wait, just go ahead and wait. But let's talk about it though. I was just
No,
letting
right.
you know you
I
do
want to
have that
wait.
option.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
wait because I can't simulcast from yours, but you can simulcast from mine.
Oh, nah, you right about that. Nah,
So
true. Okay, okay. I'll come over there with
after
you.
we could and then we could pull it up. I mean, just to pull up the video and then you can
I
simulcast
got
it.
you.
But here,
I
if we
got
do it
you.
on your side, I can't get the the show.
No, I got you. I got you. I
Come on,
got you.
you
Okay.
have to come
We'll
up
go
here to
to your
put your
side.
coat, your sweater on. Hold on, come
Mhm.
here. The bull. Okay, this is why I'm gonna talk about my dog on my doggy side videos because the boxers
Mhm.
are stubborn and they be like, oh, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about doing what you just asked me to do. And the pit bulls is want to please you. So my dog be getting an attitude, and I be having to ask him to do something 3 times, and
You
he
sure it's
look at
not
me.
the other way around?
No, I researched it, and the boxer is the ones they be just like, they so busy want to play. They think about whether or not they're not so obedient. Pit bulls are obedient, so he be struggling with himself. Be like, okay, and then he be looking at me, and I'll be like, come here, come here, and he'll just be standing there looking at me. Then I'll be like, get
Right.
your butt over here, and then he'll come. So he be doing the most. So listen, I was watching Room 9 last night, right? Y'all know who Room
Uh-huh.
9 is, and
Of course, of course.
and so, I'm listening to this. I got so many clips, and we could just, I mean, you could literally go back and watch that segment and just be like, what in the entire. So they were, so then they were reviewing, and I got the video for you, so that's why, so we can pull it up on my channel.
Okay.
Of this
Okay.
girl, she was wigging out. Okay, so tell me what you think, Smitty. This girl was
Mhm.
wigging out. This is our new generation. She was freaking out because she has a man that wants to court her, take her to five-star restaurants, date her, but she in love. I think the title of Anton's show was like, I'm what is love or whatever. I love the pookie, I love the hood nigga, but so anyway, so she's dating, she don't even like the good guy. She doesn't even like the guy that's courting her, that's actually courting her. She likes the hood nigga that ain't shit that she got and she freaked out in her car, right? So of course they're gonna be judgmental on like why is she even recording a video. And Anton's like, this is what people do in 2026. However, it's the point that, some of the men were even contesting the idea that women wig out like this, women spaz out like this, and the women were trying to tell them like women do this, but we just never knew it because women would go and sit in their car, they go in the bathroom, they cry and turn the shower on, and they wig out. You never saw it, so now we just put it online. However, Smitty, the woman she's devastated. She doesn't even like this guy. She doesn't even want to date this man, and he is courting her, right? She don't even want him. She's crying and she's freaking out. Then he fast forward, so they have a whole conversation about that. That's what I want to talk about. You courting a woman, you doing it the right way, and these women today don't want you. Two parts of that is happening, Smitty. That woman, now when she gets older, she's gonna realize that guy, that's what she wanted. And she even said in the video, like, that's the guy she should be with because he's doing everything right, but she don't like him, not even a little bit. She like this other thug nigga that ain't about shit. And then think about that guy. That's the incel that's being created. Because after he does this, he's not gonna ever want to see another woman the right way again. He poured his heart out. He's dating her. He's taking her to five-star restaurants. She said, we're about to go to a five-star restaurant right now, but I'm in love with this thug ass, nothing ass nigga. And she's crying, Smitty. She's screaming into the phone. She's driving. She had to pull over. And she said, I got to go touch grass. I got to go lay down. I'm just telling y'all the whole video. You can probably go pull it up. We're going to watch it again on my channel. But she's crying. And I'm just sitting there thinking, of course, every older woman is sitting there thinking, child, How do y'all even do that? How do you even let a man into your space and be around him and dating him, but you don't like him at all, but he's courting you. He in his mind, he is setting you up for marriage. He wants to be with you forever, but you don't even like him. You like this thug ass nigga over here that don't even think about you. You gotta fight for his attention. And she's crying, Smitty. She's literally tormented, freaking out because she doesn't know what to do. And I
So
just
can
want to
I
know
help
y'all
you?
opinion on that out here, men, because this is what happens. Y'all don't see this side because this is what happens. And this younger generation, think about it. They're dealing with that. We don't have to deal with
Okay.
that,
Okay.
right? So
Uh-huh. Well,
let me know.
I'll help you out with this basic part. I want to save a lot of what I have to say for the actual show. I don't want to spoil it because I got a lot to say
Oh,
about that.
go ahead.
I'll just tell you this much. When you said courting, he's doing all of this and not getting the reciprocation back. That's not courting. That's tricking. So let's first.
No, she's dating. I mean, I guess she says she's dating him, but she doesn't like him. She likes the other guy.
Just because she said, listen, it's a whole bunch of people who say I'm Christian and don't walk it. It's a whole bunch of people who call themselves doctor like Umar and has no certification. Okay, so people can say any damn thing. All right, so I don't give a shit what she said that he is. The fact is, if she don't like him, he's doing all of this. The affection is not being reciprocated. It's tricking. It's tricking. Period. So that's not courting. Courting is when you're actually investing in what you obviously see. I mean, from a man's perspective, courting is what you obviously see that is of a good investment. You're courting because you're actually getting reciprocation just as much as you're opening the door and paying for a meal, let's say. Even something as small as a genuine smile, great discussion, and attention, that by itself can start off being the reciprocation. And slowly but surely, as we move along, we reciprocate more and more and more to where we're fully 100% comfortable with each other. So I mean, if you're not getting nothing out of it, you ain't courting shit. You're wasting
And
time.
I bet you anything that she's going on with that interaction. That's what we can see. We can watch the video because the whole conversation. But I mean, that's isolated because that's what she posted. But we all know, we've been in relationships before. We know when someone's been, they're egging us on, or they're kind of leading things, or just letting the narrative go and not disputing the narrative, not saying,
Right.
no, we ain't together. I don't like you. Because I think one of the women on the panel said, why don't she just say, I don't like you? But then that would solve her anxiety, right? If she wouldn't be like, oh my God, this man is courting me and he's dating me, he's treating me like a queen and I don't like him. You would not be in this hysterical state if you just tell him, look, bro, what are you doing? I don't like you. I'm not trying to be with you. But something's happening in that dynamic where that's not a clear message. Because otherwise now it becomes a more of a stalk, more of a intrusive behavior. Because now you're taking me out, you're taking me to 5-star restaurants against my will. What are we talking about?
Let me ask this question real quick. I want to ask a question real quick.
And I'm gonna light up. Roll up.
You do what you do.
But go ahead. What's the question?
Nah, hold on. Watch this. I'm trying to make sure I get my wording right. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's just start here. Nancy, how are you?
Who's Nancy?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Okay, cool beans. Nancy, I wanted to ask you, what is the definition of a man that's actually courting a woman? What does that look like by definitional standards, Nancy?
Yeah, great question. So traditionally, courting is a more intentional, often structured process of getting to know someone, usually with the goal of a long-term committed relationship. It often involves clear communication of intentions, respect, and a focus on values and shared goals, rather than just casual dating.
Okay, now Nancy, I want to ask you this. If a man is actually giving his all to that woman, but that woman is giving that man no reciprocation, no reciprocity, is that considered dating in a relationship?
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, if one person is giving a ton of effort and the other person isn't really engaging, that's more like one-sided investment. So it wouldn't really be considered a healthy, balanced relationship or even dating. It's more like one person is pursuing and the other person is holding back.
Thank you, Nancy. I will talk to you later.
Of course. I'm really glad.
There we go.
Who is Nancy?
I'm just saying.
Why does Nancy know all this?
Nancy's my secretary. All right, Nancy, that's my I got a secretary. I hired a secretary.
I'm territorial. I don't like Nancy telling you stuff. Okay. I like when I tell you stuff and you believe it. I don't like Nancy just grouping.
Oh, man, I'm just saying, like we gotta look into it. We gotta look into it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm saying that with my ghetto deck lips. I don't like Nancy telling you stuff because I don't like her. We don't like her.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Up here telling you stuff and being correct and stuff. I don't, we ain't for it. Oh my God, Nancy, she's like, exactly. That's a good question. If you're giving too much, she did say it's a one-sided relationship, so that's true.
Okay, hello. Nancy, my friend online on my YouTube show says that she doesn't really like you too much.
Nancy don't care.
How should I address that, Nancy?
I think the best thing is just to keep it open and respectful. You could thank them for their honesty, maybe ask them what they prefer or if there's something specific they don't enjoy, and just stay open to feedback. That way you keep the conversation constructive.
Thank you, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. Girl.
Ah, shit.
Girl. I'm saying, girl.
Bullshit.
Nancy said keep it open and respectful, and maybe, we'll come to a common understanding, but
you know what I'm saying?
I can still not like that bitch.
I ain't mad at you.
That Nancy coming through like,
shit. But nah, real talk though.
What that bitch don't like.
But not real talk. So like when we thinking about how that dynamic actually works, Genesis, like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of agree with, a lot of what was said right there. I mean, I like, let me ask you this. What did you not agree with? How about that? Let's just start there.
I didn't say I didn't disagree. I'm saying we know, I mean, that's theoretically she's right, but we know that woman is not exactly feeding that man the right information, right? Somewhere down the line, because otherwise that looks way different. That looks like you're more in an involuntary situation. So the fact that you're going out with him and you're complaining about going to 5-star dinners and restaurants that you get your clothes, he probably, and if some men like that, they buy you an outfit. They say, I want you to wear this beautiful dress. So you're getting yourself all dolled up. Or you may not, I don't know what she's doing because she only gave us that glimpse of it. But you're involving yourself in that entanglement voluntarily as well. You're not being, it's not against your will. So whatever it is, she's not making herself clear to the man that, that he's not serious about him.
Do you know why though, Genesis? I'm going to be honest with you as a man who dates you all as women. 9 times out of 10, what I'm hearing is the stereotypical, we are not mind readers. And I'm just being real with you. As somebody who's dated, nice little variety of you guys. I don't know how to word it. Look, I'm just gonna talk, okay? I've had a nice little variety, and I've recognized the one thing that falls in common, no matter which category of women I've dealt with before. There is this, like, for some reason, really, really odd dynamic of you're supposed to know what I'm thinking. You're supposed to know that I'm upset about specifically that. How dare you notice that I'm upset and then be like, what's wrong? What you mean what's wrong? You should know what's wrong, because you're supposed to be a mind reader. And we continuously tell ladies, hey, look, I can't read your mind. I promise you, whatever it is, I do want to aid and assist. I want to give clarity, all of that. We'll make sure we give all the parameters to let you know I am fully attentive. All I'm asking you to do is verbally express it. And for some reason, that be a problem. As a man who dates women, I have come across that quite a few times. And not even just women I date. Real quick, Delanda. Not even just women I date. I'm talking about even like my sisters at times, like a female cousin, all of that. A home girl, like it ain't even just relationship. I'm talking about, I've noticed this, like y'all be like, so you don't know why I'm mad? Like, no, you haven't said anything yet. I just noticed you're upset. Now tell me what it is. So you gonna play dumb, huh? Okay.
So you think that girl is like in that? You think she's leaving things open to be assumed or for
It's
him
too
to figure
vague.
out?
No. It's just basically, it's too vague. Like basically, us as men, we like for you to narrow it down. Our minds, like one thing I always am a big proponent of is that men's minds and women's minds don't think alike. So it's just a simple fact of, I don't think like you. So all I'm asking you to do is help me tap into your world so I can assist. You have to let me in though. And the only way to let me in is to express to me what's going on. That's where I'm at with it.
So you're saying in regards to that young lady, like she should be like, I don't like you, I don't want to date you, and not
Absolutely.
like let him try to. He's
Absolutely.
thinking he is dating a queen. He's thinking that he found the one, and this nigga don't even like him.
Absolutely.
That's gotta be so crazy to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're not. So that's why I'm saying that guy is gonna walk away feeling like what we're seeing with your video earlier. He's giving is gonna get turned off. That gentleman is gonna get turned off because of he doesn't get anything back from that. He's just giving him. He thinks that he's doing everything right because, and usually in the person's mind that's giving, they think they're doing everything right. I got the drink, the temperature you wanted. I got the right flavor. And that's what that looks like. So on the dating end, I took you to the best restaurants. We went to 5-star. I took you out for the best food, and I get nothing back. And then that's what you got earlier in your other video with the psychological side of it, where now you're like, and if it's healthy, if he learns how to place it in the right place, but he's not. Because most of the time when that type of thing happens, it's going to hurt. And you're going to be like, wow, then fuck these women. I'm not all these, you're going to sound like Jalen. All these modern women are hoes. I can't find no good women out here. So that's what's going to result in that, what you said earlier in your video. And you get to that point where now you got your mind's all messed up and you don't know what to think. You don't know who to give to. You don't know who to help. You don't know what you want to do because you think that's going to always, end up tragic. To bring it home.
Okay.
Circle.
Now,
full circle there.
Yes, that's absolutely a full 360. I give you that, beloved. My whole thing is when you came back around, when you made that full circle, did you come back to the hurt of your past? You see, because that's, again, like I hear a lot of that. Like I know, oh yeah, that's right. You was up there last night when we was on Drip Show, when I kind of spazzed out for a moment. I was like, oh, this guy daggone relationship advice is horrible.
Horrible.
It's horrible. It is the most negative shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's why I kept getting muted. But I'm saying I'm not gonna never not be mad at people like Vic, who like literally you don't even represent your marriage. So now I'm thinking, wow, if I was your wife, not saying if I was that person's wife, and every time I hear them go online, they don't never say nothing great about being with me. They don't never say nothing great about this whole union that we got.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then everything is about how horrible women and black women are. And I'm a black woman. Every time I look in the mirror, and I will be questioning everything about my relationship.
So wait, Jen,
It's makes them sound horrible.
Just to keep it fair, You know me. Anybody know me? I'm balanced and I gotta keep it fair. As fair as possible, that is. What, like, are you positive like what his relationship with his wife consists of? Have you heard
No,
him
no,
talk
no. I'm not.
about it?
I'm not saying that whether it be a good marriage or bad marriage.
Right.
Even if it's a bad marriage, the people who have tumultuous marriages give you information about the trouble in the marriage. They give you. My wife spent all the money.
I got
I
you.
gave her a car. Let me tell you, you can't trust. With money. And they go and they refer back to their experience to support their feelings.
I see what you're saying. No.
I was married. I got married twice, like ADS does. I was married, and then this woman just want to sit here and and they refer back to that moment because trauma is trauma. You know what I'm saying? So if it was not a good situation, you have that lesson that's what you tell everybody. Oh, don't get married because this was gonna ever water. Because I was married and this is what happened.
Yeah,
so even if it's a good marriage, you're not running around saying, "Hey, Smitty, you know what? You need to get married because let me tell you the good things about me and my wife." That's not happening. Because you know what I'm saying? So even people who are in a positive or negative situation, if they're in that, they refer back to it as a reference to explain why they think the way they think or feel the way they feel. Everybody does it. Brownsville does it. Sharon does it. They refer back to that union is what, I was this until I got married. I was doing, when I started, I was not doing this. When I got married, I'm never going to do this again. I ain't listening.
You know one thing I can say about myself. I'm not speaking on nobody else. You can say whatever you want. You're free to say whatever you want. Me personally, I'm just saying on keeping it on myself. I would say I've always been somebody. I'm talking about before I had a kid, I knew I wanted to be a father. Before being in a relationship, I knew I wanted to be one. Still working on the whole being married part, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay. We're gonna get there in God's will. But like I've always knew I wanted to be a husband. So like I moved in an operational fashion of I know I want to be a dad. So like I operate a certain way around kids even before I had them. If you get where I'm going with everything, you see what I'm saying? Like it didn't take for me to have to be a dad to recognize how important somebody else's child is. That shit already was just like engraved in me. You see what I'm saying? So I get you on that, but I digress. My mic is muted. You got the floor.
No, that was it. And then we can talk about the other video because they had a whole conversation about that one. And room 9 is interesting when they do start talking about stuff.
When do you plan on, if you want to I don't know, text me, whatever the heck, I don't know if you want to say it now.
I'm walking puppy now, so he's going on his potty potty journey, and then when I get back in, I'm gonna run and go grab me some breakfast, and then I'm gonna spark it up. So what time is it?
I got 9:55 a.m.
Oh, it's probably like 11.
For you?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about right now. It's 11 in Detroit.
No, you're in the same time zone.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying around 11? Okay, that's what I was trying to make sure. That's what I was trying to make sure. Okay. So we are in the same.
We're not even finished. We're halfway through our walk because he hasn't used the bathroom yet. So you said 9:55. So it will be like 10:30. I'll be back, but I'm gonna run and give me some breakfast. So right around 10:45, 11 o'clock.
So go ahead. So that's a bet. So how about this? You got any quick final thoughts for the show? Because I'm getting ready to play some music, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my day going real quick so I can be ready to go ahead and hop on with you.
No, we'll chop it up later. And thanks for having me. Y'all buy a shirt because that's some bull. Y'all don't got a shirt. They're only $30. Get you a shirt.
Yeah. I ain't talking.
I feel like you can't digress your mic, and you can't mute your mic unless you get a shirt. So. That's all I'm saying.
She said it. There she go with it.
You cannot digress and mute your mic unless you buy a shirt because that's just crazy. And we got all these crazy t-shirts out here that we half-ass wear. So get you one that you're going to half-ass wear. And thank God you bought it. Amen. Support.
Amen. Shout out to the family. And with that being said, let's go ahead and play The Fallen King. I digress. My mic is muted. Jen, go ahead. Do what you got to do, beloved. I'll see you in a bit. All right, now let's get it.
Welcome to the lighthouse. Storm all around. I'm standing right now, sent from the cloud. They talking mine now, but I'm just fighting for my blood and my life. Yeah.
Sent from the heaven, king on seven, trials on trials, still count blessings. Wait on the revelating, heart in heaven. I stay patient, I'm beyond the angels. I am mad, I bleed, I'm tangled. Sword on my back, axe on the strap. Go with the weight of the world in my lap. Touching my can, we doubling back. Pray with my palm, but I'm ready for that. Long Star County King, that greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Long Star County King, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation. Still waiting on revelation. Till then I'm in rotation. Hundred my chases, but I'm chasing. Turn my scars into statements. I don't need to stage a camera. I need these papers, hand and hammer. Still in my spine, still in my hands. Guarding my bloodline, holding this land. They can test, they can try, they can hate me. I've been forging a fire that will make me PG raised. Lone Star in my vein. DMV on the map, say the name. Lone Star County Kings, that's greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Don't talk who they can, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation.
I'm retired, but still coolin' with my family and myself. Put cheese streets up on the shelf, still moving stealth. I'm way where I stay, double OG, skin glow with the glisten. That's how you know you see me. I'm the wave of the future, passed it on to my past. Coolin' with my nephew, not a mic I shall pass. Just caught the mic, feel like it came off the glass. I got scriptures in my head, trying to sleep, can't go to bed. Route running, got my tide, but I do it for the bread. Yes, 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 we them kings, we no county. If you talk a bunch of shit, we put your get on a stake and your life on it, bounty PGDC. We staking big green, yes I am the big dog. No fleas, chill, ceiling like villains, smoking green, crunchy gremlins. This is OG and nephew, I'm the ghost with most. Let's go, go. Behold the pale white horse and in the dark night rider. Elevation, meditation, angels floating right beside you. The Messiah passed away at 33 like the degrees in Freemason. Alchemist, cooking chemistry. I rose from the ocean, sparkling water magic potion. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? Demons lurking, but it's no fear protection. Vision clear, the birth of the baby with powers in his tears. And if you vultures really want me, then I'm still right here. As I land in spacecraft, water walking warlock, jet propelled aircraft, Operation Star Fox. I remember sitting with my thoughts with the CD while we hotbox, smoking on some crunchy 37, call it pop rocks. We still here and won't stop until I'm at the top or until my body rocks. I'm ghost.
This is Hennessy, mocha chocolate in the summer. I'll be growing just being, I don't mean to come off rude. Shine, shine, glow, grow. Keep it pushing, this is energy, the faculty of the organic beings. What you're seeing is miraculous, fantastic, boom. basic. Call me lover, lover, lethal weapon, Danny Glover, Sim, Salabi. I'm just looking for a win. County kings gon' spend the demonic bench again. Shoot to win, we lit up cause we be the light. Walking on the stars, Milky Galaxy border. I'm the hollow to those who just wanna slaughter. Yes, I am walking, walking with lamp from the core by a board. Simple Ford Galaxy, raising the torch. The blacksmith, yes, you reach for the stars, but I reach for God's porch. Mr. 7,